we're going to. I mean, if we can score some points again, that would be nice. Yeah, we are back. We are heading in. We have the Australian team heading into the Australian Grand Prix. What could go wrong? Traditionally, just about everything. But you never know. Biggest issue with qualifying did not go quite so well at Jeddah. We remember that. The team is a little bit demoralised. Sure. You know, we did what we could. I think we've done what we could with some of the races. Strategies haven't quite gone amazingly well. We tried some sort of alternative stuff, and just safety cars haven't fallen our way, and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, we kind of sit around the borders of the points. That is basically where we exist at the moment. We are designing some new suspensions, a new front wing going on. Hopefully they can go on the car and make a bit of a difference. Hopefully it'll start being, you know, half decent. Okay, there is concerns about that. Yeah, we should probably make sure it's working, because we don't want to have bigger problems later on. You know what? We will go with that, as much as I don't want to shut the things down for days or whatever. Probably better to make sure. We are going to complete a new suspension design. Fantastic. So now we've got to go and make it. So we've got to go and make some new suspension. So I guess we'll make two. We're not in an emergency. Not yet, anyway. It's going to cost us a bit of money. Please do not break the new parts, because otherwise there's going to be a problem. I don't want to get to a Williams stage where we're having to cobble together one complete car out of two. Knowing my luck, probably that will happen. Is there any... I don't think there's any way of, like, assigning more mechanics to this, because I can technically create another part at the same time. Can I not just tell everybody to work on that? Don't know. Doesn't look like it particularly. Paul, thank you very much for the bits. So Paul resisted for long at no Xbox. He said it feels wrong, but for Wreckfest and crew, he knew what to do. Bought the box just to race where he belonged. Oh well, I guess you will be joining us for some Wreckfest and GTA stuff potentially in the future. I hope you're enjoying your new Xbox and everything. Drake, thank you for the bits, saying, as it is essential for a stream, happy birthday, Brazen. Of course, every single day is Brazen's birthday. We know this much. Also, yes, Guardians of the Motorway did get updated. I did fix up Guardians of the Motorway, so that can... Okay, there we have got some damage, so we've got to spend more money, but it will be refurbished, which will make it better. I'm definitely sure we're going to go bust at some point, because I'm not exactly a great manager. But yes, every day, we know every day is Brazen's birthday, so that is just the rules. Okay, oh, what was the weather going to be like? Did I have a... Okay, it was actually dry. Safety car chance 50%, knowing our luck, just as we get to a critical stage, that'll be the point when we get screwed over. Right, there's some things going on. Yeah, we want that 12th and 13th. We'll be fine. MG, thank you very much for the resubscription for the 3rd month. A rolled car salute to you from chat. Say hi, Alex, in chat. Hope you are all okay. I'm not having too bad of a day. It's quite a nice day, quite a pleasant day here in good old England. I hope everyone else is having a nice evening, having a nice afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Paul, thank you for this. I did say I'd buy an Xbox just to join in. You're gonna have some. It's gonna be a learning curve getting into the way we race GTA and stuff, but I'm sure you will. Sure you will have some fun with it. And I'm not going to do the qualifying sessions, practice sessions. Sorry, I can't be asked. We're just going to simulate until we get to qualifying. I know you can probably do a bit better with the setups and everything, but I can't be bothered. We're going to get into the action. We're going to have hopefully some Some good luck. Fingers crossed. Right, place your bets, oh wonderful folk of chat. Where are we going to manage to drag these cars around? Okay, the car setup they're happier with than... in fact, Ricardo's going a little bit quicker. They're happier with the setup than they were last time. Good stuff. That's what we like. We will run this session. I mean, we will try and figure out a way we can stay out of traffic. The Cora 8th and 17th. Now, which way round is that, do we reckon? You know what, Ricardo, we're going to send you out. We're going to send you out because I'm going to try and get you out and avoid traffic. Then the track will get quicker. Ricardo will go out later on in the session. We've got MG reckons 17th and 19th. Alien Invader 12th and 15th. 12th and 15th is possibly, I say, a little closer. We might be able to sneak. We have the pace. We have the pace to sneak our cars into the top 10. Just. We have got Ferrari engines in this one. We are the Ferrari B team at the moment because we're beating Haas. Yeah, we have got Ferrari power in the Apollo Motorsport vehicle here. Paul with the 13th and DNF is. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. For it would probably be Ricardo. Ricardo's had a couple of adventures. Nothing major. Nothing crazy. I haven't, in my time playing this, I haven't actually seen a car crash out of qualifying. I'm sure it's very possible. I just haven't witnessed it as of yet. I think Turbo's 10th and 15th is possibly a bit closer. I think that could be, you know, the sort of qualifying we're looking at. Piastri sneaking into the top 10, Ricciardo fumbling it again, and ended up in a 15th place. But I'm going to be hopeful that we can both sneak both the cars into the top 10. Ricciardo has a beautiful clean lap at the moment. Making sure you are away from traffic is so important in this. For example, here, Verstappen is going to start a flying lap. He's going to get caught up behind Hamilton. Now, cars will get out of the way, but they're sometimes a bit derpy about it, and there's not really any penalties for blocking that I have seen. Which means that, yeah, dumb things happen. I'm going to play a faster time because there's not much I can do at this point, right? We've sent Ricciardo out. We've got Ricciardo into a lovely bit of clean air, and they are going to run around here and set. I mean, a benchmark lap. It's not going to be, it's never going to be first. However, Ricciardo is across the line with a brilliantly clean lap at a 117.3. Will that be enough? Nobody knows. It's quick. Stop the qualifying session. We'll start. Actually, I don't know if I'd want that. Ricciardo on pole ahead of both Ferraris, Red Bull. I feel like Ricciardo would have a bad day. Wow, Verstappen must have been held in traffic. We are well clear of Sargent. I'm gonna guess traffic screwed. We're now having a race with a Haas. As we have done quite regularly. Our main rivalry is with Haas, pretty much, so far. Not just because of the Ferrari, but the Haases have just kept getting in our way. Right, Piastri, you can go out. Russell is either coming in or will be out of the way. Leclerc has just gone faster. Ricciardo's lap, if Leclerc wasn't slowed down, Ricciardo has put in a bloody good lap there. That is one hell of a lap, if no one else has been slowed down. Yeah, we're well clear. We are well clear of Magnussen. That's a brilliant lap. As Caleb says, yes, we are faster than Verstappen. Everything must be red flagged immediately. And, yeah, we're good. We're good with that. Could Piastri go even faster? Possibly. Piastri has generally been a little bit faster. On the game, certainly. Ricciardo is still ahead of Hamilton. That's quite a lap. That's quite a lap. I'm going to have to see whether good old Pastry can get anywhere remotely near that. I mean, will Ricciardo need to go again? Norris has gone a little bit quicker. If we could get both cars, Ocon is a long way back. I mean, the track's going to get faster. Alonso has now gone ahead of us. Hulkenberg set a good lap in there with the Haas. Okay, Ricciardo's probably not as safe as I would have liked. I mean, as you would have liked. Ideally, you know, I think everyone's going to have to go again in this. The Saubers are unlikely to do much. Oh, Piastri's caught a McLaren and been screwed. And there is Piastri's lap gone. And that is the problem. Sometimes the cars get out of the way, like the Alpine there that did a wonderful job. And the McLaren, I don't know which one it was. Probably Norris by the looks of it. Where Norris is on the track, I think, has completely screwed us. What will the lap time be? How much time was lost? Yeah, big problem. I mean, we're still not... It shows how Russell got caught. Russell got caught with traffic, I would presume, to be down there. We know Verstappen got caught. Yeah, Team Orange friendly fire. Well, it's not even necessarily friendly fire, but yeah. The McLaren... I mean, the McLarens are faster than us. I don't know why the McLarens are upset at Piastri. There's no reason. There's no reason to be upset at Piastri. Yeah, the livery does look... I have had a couple of people say the livery looks a little bit Spiker-esque. Kind of is. Or the arrows. And they had the orange arrows. A little bit along those lines. I mean, it's just orange and black at the end of the day with some of the derpiest livery, or some of the derpiest sponsors you can find. I don't quite know what's going on here. Oh, Vershaw is breaking down. That's fine by me. Vershaw can have mechanical faults. I don't know if we're going to... Not going to be able to really see much, and it's a radio message. I was hoping to see plumes of smoke come out the car, but... But no. Right, we will reconfigure your car. Don't know if we are likely to be running softs during the race. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's all a little bit up in the air. Piastri has less soft tyres than Ricciardo, but that's fine. I have my chief strategist, or chief assistant strategist, Cass, who is headbutting my ankle. Cass, what does that mean? What does the ankle headbutt mean? Could you please pass on the information? I don't know what headbutting of the ankle means. No, you're just going to flop on my foot. Cass, you're being very weirdly affectionate all of a sudden. I mean, he is normally quite an affectionate cat, but this is new. You're acting like a little kitten again. Kind of kitten, anyway. You were never really much of a kitten, anyway. I digress. I've been distracted by a cat, which is not good. For Formula 1 strategies, you should not be distracted by headbutting cat. Say what, Verstappen's not looking crazy fast in this. He's got a better lap, but still only second. I'm still being headbutted in the ankle. Cass, what are you doing? He's fallen over. He's flopped on his side and is now pawing at my feet. What are you doing, you weird cat? You've been fed. And he's trying to wrap himself around. Oh, there is a yellow flag. Who's had an off? Is it Lance Stroll? Has Lance Stroll had another crash? Oh, it was Sainz. I was hoping we could continue the laughing about Lance Stroll's various adventures that they had in the first race. Ooh, did that smack the wall? Got very close if it didn't. Okay, well, Sainz is fine, but that will mess up their lap. Oh, and they needed a lap. They may not get another tyre, but they should get around again. Yeah, they will get another go if Ferrari are quick. But Ferrari are, well, Ferrari, so who knows. Vershaw's not going very quickly. I wonder if that is the gearbox fault that was going on. It said something about the gear shift not working. So, whoa, Tsunoda has gone fastest. We're definitely going to have to go out again with Ricciardo. We have to go out with Piastri, of course. Yeah, that is... right, okay. I think there's going to... see, if I go out now, there's going to be a lovely gap. But when go round again... Oh, Alonso's crashed. Oh, it's a red flag. Well, you know what? I was wondering about this, and it has come to pass. We have seen a red flag already. Alonso has gone off. And oh, that's a big lock-up. That's a big shunt. And that is... And Aston Martin, well, its time is still very fast. So that will take up one of the places in Q2. Well, we have to beat it. Right. Okay. I mean, Everyone's changed. Well, I mean, we were ready to go anyway. We were about to send them out. I'm glad we didn't. Because, you know, right. I guess we're going to go out. I'm going to get out. I don't know if the times get deleted. I don't think times get deleted yet in Formula 1. I know some... What has gone on here? I'm very confused. Ricardo's just vanished. What's happened? I've lost a car. Yeah. I've lost a car. I can't actually look at either of my cars. Piastri's got an outlap. Ricardo, we've lost Ricardo. Where is... Has anybody seen... one of my cars is somewhere. Where is it gone? What's happening? Please explain. I can't even send him out again because I can't... There's nothing to send. There's nothing to click on. We have a problem. We've lost... I don't even know if the car's on the track at the moment. Who is in front of us? So, in theory, one of the Ferraris... It's not you. Where is... I've lost the other Ferrari. Oh, I lost the other bloody Ferrari. There we go. Sights. Can you see Ricardo? Ricardo should be in front of you on the track, in theory. No idea. I mean, at least Ricardo had set a good time, but... I think Ricardo must be stuck in the pit lane somewhere. Because it still says exiting pit lane, not outlap. Which is concerning. I mean, it looks like Piastri's going to have a relatively clear lap. There's going to be a Sauber maybe in the way, but that's going to be about it. That's fine. Can I see an Apollo Motorsport car in the pit exit? Not really. Is it there? Wait, hold on. I'm going to pause for a second. No, that's the safety car. I saw a car, I just didn't see... I don't know what has happened. We have lost a vehicle. I'm hoping Ricardo is still fast enough. Oh, Piastri's been screwed again. That's frustrating. I can double click. If I double click on him, this is just where we end up. Yeah, Piastri's been massively screwed in the first sector once more. Gasly's got a warning. I don't quite know what that means. I mean, I'm hoping Piastri can finish the lap strongly. Mercedes has also blocked us massively. What is going on? Jesus Christ. That is atrocious driving. That is absolutely shocking driving from a Sauber and a Mercedes. Completely screwed us. Completely screwed us in that one. Thanks, game. So we lost Ricardo, and Piastri got absolutely screwed. Lovely. That's what we like to see at the start of a qualifier. Ricardo may sneak through, because it doesn't look like anyone down here is improving. Piastri won't be able to get out in time. Ricardo, at least, is finished. Hopefully stays in 8th. Piastri, just the worst luck imaginable on that one. Yeah. I'm sorry, Piastri. You were screwed by a Sauber and a Mercedes. There should be a lot of... there should be a lot of penalties for blocking going on there. Perez goes through in first. Fernando Alonso technically, takes that spot. Considering Russell also got completely... Well, I think we might have screwed Russell over in return on that. For sure, we know had a car problem. Russell, I presume... Sainz also must have been screwed by traffic. What has gone on with his qualifiers? I didn't realise how weird it was. We know that broke down. Russell, we think, got screwed by traffic. Sainz, I presume, must have been screwed by traffic. The Alpines are both through. The Hasses are through. Both Williams are ahead of both Mercedes. What's happened here? It's all gone very weird. And that's why we like these kind of games, because just weird things are happening. There we go. That's some things. Right, into the next session we go. Petrolhead, thank you for the super chat. It's like I built a giant crow's nest. Sorry, crow's nest. Hold on. I'm trying to... I built a giant... I'm not sure what it's... Oh, sorry, right, hold on. I built a giant crow's nest to store all the meat at. The stakes have never been higher. Now, okay, I got it. I figured out what you meant, and it's going to be a boo. You are going to get a boo from me. Took me a little while to figure it out, but figure out how it's supposed to be going for. But yes, the good news is I guess we saved a set of tyres. We really did save a set of tyres without meaning to in this, which has kind of worked quite nicely. I don't know what tyres we were on. Right, we're going to send you out, try and get a clean lap if we can. Hopefully this will be good enough. Who knows? Cora, thank you for this. Ricardo's always been alienated in F1, but this is ridiculous. It is quite ridiculous. What happened? I've not seen that one before. Drake, thank you for this. Saying welcome to the F1 equivalent of the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, we found it. We have got out of the pit lane this time. It is all working. Good news, everyone. Good news. We are out of the pit lane. We are going on our adventure. Paul, thank you for the bits. So I'm sure that's the first time an F1 manager has said I lost a car. yeah, that is quite possible. Silly game. Well, losing the car wasn't as bad as what happened to poor Piastri in this one, so, you know. It's weird to say that, but the fact that Ricciardo got lost in the Australian equivalent of a Bermuda Triangle wasn't the biggest problem we had. But there we have it. Keep going, taking the bits. So I joined and there's a red flag. What happened? Alonso had a crash. Alonso had a big crash. That's what occurred. Is the stream lagging for people? I just noticed on the... Certainly on the YouTube one, it looked like it's a bit frame ratey, which is odd because on my end everything is running perfectly smoothly as far as I can see. Do let me know if there are any problems. It might just be my player, my having the YouTube window or whatever player might be just lagging a little bit. I don't know why that would be, but do let me know if it is being funky. Cora and Drake, thank you for the bits for saying hi to Cass, of course. You know, you've got to say hello to Cass. He's actually gone and curled up next to the water bowl in a strange place. There's not a huge amount of space there to be sleeping, but he is happy. Ricardo has got a lovely clean bit of track to go for a very quick lap. So we know Alonso's out of this. Alonso's going to be starting from 16th place, which is fine. That works. Or 15th or whatever. We will have Ricardo is on an absolute monstrous lap again, I think, and it is an 18-0. That is pretty quick. Oh, speak of the devil, I take it back. Cass has now stopped standing by the water bowl and has come and headbutt my ankle again. Hello. Okay, Hulkenberg's on used tyres, of course. That's not a surprise. A lot of cars, if cars burnt 2 sets of softs, they often use they use a used set for their first run. I mean, Magnussen's getting a quick lap in. Stroll. We're expecting the Aston Martins to beat us. We're expecting the Ferraris, the Red Bulls to beat us, the McLarens to beat us. The Aston Martins probably will beat us if they get their stuff together, which they haven't done very well. The Mercs in this game are not particularly strong, or at least to start with. Who knows? Sort of development. We are still ahead of Stroll, however, bloody hell. Correa's set one hell of a lap. 17.6 for Correa, 17.6 for Hamilton as well. I don't know what the speed was in the first. Can we look? I don't know whether we can look back to the previous session. I don't know whether that was... I had a feeling we had done 17, but I honestly have not paid attention to any of it. To actual sort of lap time. If we run those, we'll have 1 set of tyres for Q3 and we can save a new set. So yeah, we'll run these to try and get into the top 10. We'll do a first run on a used set and then we can run that set for the final the final charge. It gives us a brand new set of softs for the race if we need it. I don't know whether we will, but it's always a good idea to have. Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So, right. Correa on an absolute tear. Could we see a really jumbled up grid in this one? Quite possibly. It's definitely quite a possible one here. What have we got? I'm just looking tyre-wise. Leclerc has gone to the front very quickly. That's the sort of time we would be expecting from Leclerc. Norris has gone a little bit. That lap there is crazy fast. Albon, I'm going to guess, got trafficked on their lap and lost a bunch of time because that's a long way off for the Williams. Tsunoda has just got ahead of Ricciardo, not by very much. I think the Hasses are out again. They are. Ocon a long way down. Could be a used set of tyres as well, not helping, but we're going to presume that traffic is getting in the way of some of these cars. Sargent's lap's probably representative from what I would expect from the Williams. Right. I'm going to... we're going to speed up time. Verstappen, funnily enough, has gone faster again. We're going to try and go out right at the end to avoid traffic-based shenanigans if we can. Because if we go out right at the very end, cars... we don't want to be running into cars on their outlap as we are doing our flying lap. That's why we hold it till the end. Right. Correa has just gone out. I think we are going to send out Ricciardo now. We're going to go ahead. Or... okay, no. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're behind a Red Bull. I was really worried. I thought we were going to get out in front of the Red Bull, but we didn't. I was really worried. A, we were going to fall into the abyss again. Which would be bad. But... we didn't, and the Red Bull's not going to slow us down. I don't know if this game simulates like dirty air. I don't know if that's the thing that it deals with. We should be free from traffic because Correa's going to start a lap. Everyone else has got to get out and start their lap. So yeah, we shouldn't have any traffic-related issues. It's going to be a little bit close for some of these cars, trying to get round everything. The B say dirty air is very much a thing. Okay, I don't know if we're close enough to Verstappen that would be affecting us. Possibly. I don't know if I can tell. You can't really tell the drivers to avoid. Well, there might be a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out. I feel like we're far enough back from Verstappen that it shouldn't be a problem. I say that. I might come to regret that, but you know, we are still in the top 10 for the moment. So if Ricciardo can improve a little bit, a couple of tenths here and there would be good. What is the track grip? Where is the track grip thing? There is some way to see it. Ricciardo's got it's a faster first sector, which is good, which is what we want. Yeah, it is an improvement. I will take the improvements where I can get them. I'm quite far back from the Red Bull there, actually. I mean, I'm not surprised the Red Bull is likely to be... it's Verstappen, yeah. It's likely to be quicker than we are. The track... there is a graph, is what I was looking for. There's a graph that shows you the track grip level. Not that it's going to be, a crazy different. It's around the final corner. What is it going to be for Ricciardo? 6th. We jump ahead of Correa. Good lap. Albon can't improve. Hulk is possibly on a lap. So Magnussen, Stroll can't improve. Alonso we know is gone. Ocon's gone. Sargent we doubt is going to be able to improve by a second and a bit. Gasly is on a lap, but I doubt he's going to be that bigger an improvement. But we will see them across the line. Hamilton jumps up to 5th. Perhaps not a big surprise. Gasly crosses the line and improves by a very small margin. Will Sargent be able to do anything? I mean, Correa's on a lap as well, but it doesn't matter. Even if Correa beats us, we're still... Sargent has crossed. Oh, Sargent wasn't on a lap anyway. Sargent either bailed or was on a cool-down lap. Sargent beats Ocon, although I'm going to presume, again, Ocon got stuck with traffic. Okay. We got in the top 10. I think it's our first appearance in the top 10. It's not bad, actually, up into 7th. We beat Correa by a few thousandths. We're a 10th ahead of Haas. We're still the best Ferrari B team. In fact, we're beating one of the Ferraris, although the site's had a weird one. Red Bull, Ferrari. Tsunoda. The RBs are absolutely on it here. Corey, you are not far off with the 8th and 17th. We might be able to get 8th. Maybe it's going to be close here. Piastri should have been faster. Piastri 100% should have been faster. That is not the pace, of course, of the car. That is just, we just got very, very unlucky. Right. Now, traffic should be less of a thing, of course, because now it's down to just the top 10. Right, okay, because it moved a lock setup there. Right, we will run. I mean, yeah, we'll run a used set. We'll get a lap in. I mean, when I play Formula 1 games, I like to do this. It's more from a driving perspective, is I actually like to get a lap in as just a sighter lap. It's like a confidence building lap. I know it doesn't matter in a management game, particularly. There is like a driver confidence thing, but I don't know how much one lap makes a difference of. Personally speaking, I like to do, even though I know like a lap on the old tyres isn't going to be the lap that puts me, you know, with a finishing, with the grid, or in theory shouldn't be. I do like to do that as a sort of confidence builder, sighter sort of lap. This, for the game purposes, the reason I'm doing this is in case there is traffic that screws us, and I mean, there's always a chance of a red flag. That's the other thing. So I kept saying the strategy view. That was what I was looking for. Thank you. So yeah, you can see that the track grip goes up. It's not actually particularly grippy track at the moment. It's going up a little bit, so we're not on the perfect time, but it's, as I said, this is strategically trying to make sure that we get at least a clean run in. I'm going to guess Correa is also on old tyres. They are. A little bit better condition than mine. I'm going to say the Toro Rossos are keeping their tyres alive a little bit better. We might have some quite high tyre wear here. Correa's pulled over. Oh, it was Sonoda. Sorry, it was Sonoda that was following us. Still slightly better condition tyres than ours. I don't think it's going to be... Well, it's not going to be a stunning lap from Ricciardo, but it's get a time on the board. We weren't slowed down. We weren't held in traffic. Get a little bit of a slipstream behind Verstappen. It's across the line. It's not bad, actually. I think it's an 18-0. 18-1. On the old tyres, 18-1. Solid. Although Sonoda's on pretty much similar age tyres, has gone even faster. We're not getting pole, you know. We're fighting for 8th place, probably. The main cars we're looking to beat would be Correa, Hulkenberg, and Albon. Those RBs look genuinely fast here as well, which is concerning for me. Yeah, they look genuinely very quick, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to beat Correa. In theory, our drivers are probably better than Correa, but still. We will see what happens here as Ricciardo pulls into the pit lane. Correa's first lap is just behind us. Leclerc with a bad first lap, whether that was traffic or old... You know, I'm sure it was used tyres, but that is not a great lap. That is not a great lap. Hamilton's only a fraction ahead of us. I think I just saw Verstappen jump all the way into second. Very close between the two Red Bulls. And Hulkenberg with a lap and a half in there. Good lap from Hulkenberg up to 5th. So we're ahead of a Ferrari that I wouldn't have expected. But Hulkenberg is ahead of us. Correa's going out. Perez is going out. Verstappen's just come in. So we're again going to wait until the end. I'm going to try and avoid sending the car out amongst the traffic, but we do want to hold it as long as possible. Leclerc's got to go again. Leclerc might actually have got this a little bit wonky time-wise. Okay, we're going to go out now. I want to be ahead of the... It's going to be a little... it's going to be a little bit close. We should be fine time-wise, and we're going to be ahead of Hulkenberg. The rest should be coming in. Albon's on an in-lap, I think. Or no, Albon's on an out-lap, or whatever. Ooh. Okay. What do you reckon, folks? What can Ricciardo do here for the Australian Grand Prix, the place where Ricciardo's never had any luck? Can the Apollo Motorsport car get a surprise strong result? Caleb reckoning 7th, Cora reckoning 7th, and Drake reckoning 7th. We have just slipped down to 8th as Correa goes faster, but Ricciardo should go quicker. We've got new tyres. The track is as grippy as it's basically as grippy as it's going to be for us. And we have got, hopefully, glorious clean air for the final lap. We cross the line with 30 seconds to spare. Beast reckoning 9th. Yeah, Leclerc is going to come around the final corner now, and I think Leclerc may get held up in traffic. Might have been a little bit screwed by a Red Bull in that one. What is the Ferrari going to do? It is good enough. Goes up to 3rd. Okay, we've slipped to 9th. Does not look like we are going. I don't know where we've got. Don't know where we are on the track. We've lost the car again with the camera, but Ricciardo is still there. It's a personal best. 1st and 2nd sectors is what we like to see. This is, I say that's all you can ask for, really. We'd like purple sectors, but we're not going to be getting them with this particular car. A few more quarters to go. It looks all good enough. No major problems for Ricciardo, and it is going to be across the line. Where does it put us? 5th! Oh, now there's still cars to finish. That's a great lap. That's a great lap from Ricciardo. Sonoda's just beaten us. Hulkenberg doesn't. Correa doesn't. It's Hamilton is the last car to cross the line. Will the Mercedes find a way past we might end up in 7th at the end of this if Hamilton has a good lap here, which they do just. Hamilton just beat. We end up in 7th. It was close. Hulkenberg was only a fraction behind us. That's good. That was good. I'll take it. P7, best starting spots on the grid. Perez is on the pole by a couple of tenths as well. It's quite a big margin for Perez there. Yeah, that is a pretty good qualify. It's a shame Piastri got just stuck with being blocked, essentially. I mean, Russell got screwed. Sainz could probably be even more annoyed with that one. Yeah. This is going to be a real mess of a race, I think. There are some very quick cars further back. I fear poor Piastri is going to get stuck in a Haas train again. I fear the Haas train. It's happened before. I'm sure it'll happen again. Or the Ocon train. Right. Oh, what strategy? Why on earth are those the strategies you're going for? Surely it would make more sense to run Piastri long and be aggressive, potentially, with Ricciardo's car. Well, I guess Piastri has a lot of soft tyres. So that would be possibly the reason. Okay, I like so Piastri has a bunch of soft tyres. Right, you just go to that. I want mediums first, and then I want softs, and I want softs at the end. So what I'm thinking is you can do something like this, and you can run quite hard with Piastri there. Maybe you won't end up running like crazy hard the whole way through that stint. So what I'm thinking is, by running long at the start, if there's a safety car or something weird, we can work with it. I feel like it's a bit of a waste putting the brand new softs on a car that is going to get stuck in traffic. That's my theory here. Now, maybe Piastri could cut through the traffic and make the most of the soft tyres, but from 18th on the grid, I feel like we're going to get stuck. And we're going to have a Mercedes and a Ferrari getting involved in all of that. So we could run that. I mean, we could even run that and conserve them for a little bit. Potentially. I like that as a plan for Piastri. Now, what do we do with Ricciardo is a really good question. I don't really like that as a plan. I mean, it reckons the estimated race time with a one-stop what is Australia like in terms of tyre wear? I have no idea. I like the idea of starting on the softs. Ricciardo's got a good spot on the grid, right? Might as well make the most of it. Australia is hard to overtake. I don't know how it is on this game, though. I don't know how the game works and how the game deals with that. I mean, I don't really like that strategy particularly. Could try and make the most of the softs here. I mean, the thing that I would be contemplating would be that. Wait. Why can I not do soft, medium, medium? Do I not have any more mediums? Maybe. Do I not have mediums? Is there a way to check? Game? Do I not have any more mediums? I might not have any more mediums for Ricciardo. Oh yeah, I don't want to check. Can I check my tyres? Does anybody? How do I check what tyres I have available? I seem to have lost chat. Chat. How do I check what tyres I have available? Is there a way to check what tyres I have available? I don't know if there is. That's the only reason I can guess the game is not letting me do the strategy I want. Is, well, it should still let me put it on old tyres if I wanted. But yeah, I mean, so that one there, I feel like. So that one there, you're running long. That one there actually does reckon is the fastest technically way to do it. Is to run on mediums kind of gently and then push really hard with the hard tyres at the end, or push quite hard at the end. That reckons it's the way to do it. It reckons that's slightly faster here. If we go... Ah, that's where we find it. Okay, right. We don't have any mediums left. That's why we can't do it. So we do only have one set of mediums, one set of hards, and one set of softs on Ricciardo's car. Right. Whereas Piastri has a million softs because we didn't get through qualifying. Okay. The game reckons this is faster. The game reckons this is faster. I mean, I like the fact that we can push a bit at the end. There's also a chance, if there's a safety car comes out, like here, we can go to the hard tyres and just not push like crazy. Yeah, as Alien Invaders literally just said it as I said it, yeah. That does give us a lot of safety car flexibility. The downside is I don't necessarily get to use my soft tyres, but, and again, I guess if a safety car comes out like here, for example, you can whack on a set of brand new softs, which is possible. I don't think it's supposed to rain during this race. Yeah, this gives us a little bit more safety car flexibility. It does mean Ricciardo might be vulnerable at the start. Maybe. That would be my concern. That would be my concern, is we might lose out to some of the soft tyre cars. If we can stay with the DRS train, that would be great. I think we're gonna go find out. Sorry, we're waffling. Let's go and see what happens here. I mean, there's so many things. There could be a red flag on the first lap. It's possible. We could end up crashing out. Look at the Apollo Motorsport car. It does blend in quite well with the McLarens. The other one's somewhere over here. But the other one's somewhere close to the other McLaren as well, because Verschoor's was a bit broken in qualifying. It is a decent enough start from Ricciardo here. We're going to go side by side with Hamilton. Be careful of the grass. Bloody hell. Piastri is avoiding chaos back here. Well, Ricciardo has lost a spot not to the Haas, not the Haas, all the cars, not the Haas. It is a bit manic going on down here with everything that is occurring. Okay, Ricciardo, if you could just settle in 8th, I'm okay with that. You've got to go quite a long way on these tyres. It's really busy with, I guess that is Russell and Russell and Alonso. Yeah, because of course Alonso's well out of position as well in all of this. So here comes the Ferrari. It's coming to join in this little group, and is not going to find a way past in that one. Ricciardo has got... Well, we've got a little bit of a train going on here as well, with Albon behind. Do we tell Ricciardo to push a little bit now? Okay, Hülkenberg's on hard tyres, which is curious. Right, I guess maybe what I'm going to do, actually, maybe we try and use this to defend a little bit on the first lap, if we can. So we want to get past Hülkenberg. Okay, really mix of tyre strategies going on here. A lot of soft tyres further down, a lot of the cars at the front, not on the soft tyres. If we could pass Hulk, that would be good. We cannot on this lap. We'll give it a moment, see if we can. Piastri, I fear, is going to get stuck in the train of cars. So yeah, this aggressive strategy does kind of rely on Piastri being able to overtake. Russell's had a good start, actually, managing to get up to 15th place. Hülkenberg is still in front of the orange machine here. Not going to be close enough to have a look. Might be able to get Hülkenberg on the exit, though. Go on, Ricciardo. It is a 7th place for us. Try and use that ERS and get us away from the Haas if you can. It'd be great if we could go with Hamilton, but I think Hamilton's maybe a little too far away. Piastri has passed Ocon as well. Very important stuff. We are probably exactly the same pass as well, I would imagine. Let's go have a watch. It is... Ocon defended probably a little bit harder on that one, but it was a good pass for Piastri there. Now, I'm going to probably have to just put the batteries back to normal for the moment. Save them if we... Oh, Ricciardo's immediately been repassed. The DRS train is in full effect. God damn it. Don't you dare let Albon past. Okay, well, that's important. That's something. I mean, yeah, don't let Ocon pass, but I feel like we've got a bit better chance of dealing with the Alpines than we do. Russell's trying to get past the Williams. Ricciardo will probably... Oh, Ricciardo's actually had a bit of an iffy lap here. He's not in DRS range of Hülkenberg. That's bad news for us here. Although everyone behind is so busy fighting each other, that may save Ricciardo slightly, and has done, because they're all trying to cover each other, and somehow, some miraculous way, we have survived that, but we're going to lose out to Albon down towards turn 1 with no DRS. I'm going to guess they are possibly pushing a little harder than we are, but I'll try and make the tyres go a long way. Piastri's just got past Alonso down into turn 1. Oh, there's some aggressive flicking around of the cars in this one. Piastri slowly on the march forward. Good stuff. Ricciardo, you know, is... Ricciardo is struggling at the moment. To be fair, the Williams is flying because it's just gone chasing straight after Hülkenberg. I worry if I push Ricciardo too much harder, we're going to start suffering at the end of the stint. So Ricciardo's strategy is going to come, hopefully, back to us later on. Especially if the cars ahead can fight and we can get in that DRS train. Piastri's strategy is going quite nicely. In all of this, we've got clear of Alonso. We're now up behind Bottas. And we may be able to do something into turn 1. Nope. I mean, it is a big DRS train at the moment. By the looks of it. Oh, Ricciardo's having a go at Hülkenberg now, and has not got it worked. Ricciardo got pushed out a little bit wide. Everyone survives. They live to fight another day. Hopefully that doesn't damage the underfloor of the car. I don't think it does. Stroll is all the way up into 11th. That's a great start from Stroll. Ricciardo still going to have a look down the end of the straight. No, probably sensible actually. Go for the next part. Here we go. It is going to be Ricciardo once again to the inside of Hülkenberg, and it is a strong pass. Moves up a place. Piastri still 16th, going after Magnussen next. How have we found ourselves stuck behind two Haas? I mean, for a moment anyway. Pengy, thank you for the bits. Saying big cheer for the Apollo race team. And for Alex updating Guardians of the Motorwah. Yeah, Guardians of the Motorwah has indeed been updated. The Apollo racing team is Apollo Motorsport here. Is in the top 10, but we're coming under threat from a Haas. Ricardo, why did you on earth did you open the door slightly there? You absolutely didn't need to. Piastri's got passed by Bottas and is repassed almost immediately. Sainz is stuck in this group. For sure is also stuck in this group. Got nowhere to go there. I mean, if we get past Magnussen, get past Sargent, then there's a bit of a gap, really, which I don't think you'd be able to break away from in all of that. I mean, if Ricciardo stays with this group, geez, this group is getting busy now. They're all fighting one another. Stroll is having a look on Correa here. It's helped Albon. It has helped Albon. I mean, at some point you want to push and get out of this group, but it is difficult. What I might do... Ricciardo is going for a pass into turn 1, and I think we'll get it done. There's a lot of overtaking in this Australian Grand Prix. There's this, I say not the downside. It's fun, but... and Piastri has got past Magnussen, and we'll probably have DRS on Sargent. I think we can pull off a double overtake on this lap. That would be brilliant. Sainz is still desperately trying to come through here. Verschoor's just not gone anywhere. He's stuck as well. Okay, Ricciardo. Oh, Ricciardo has got clear. You know what, Ricciardo? Deploy all of your battery now. Got a little bit of fuel as well. Just push, 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 get away. Break the toe. Break the toe if you can. Just go for it and let them fight each other and try and get up to Albon. We're going to go for that. Piastri's engine's still a little bit warm because it's been sat in traffic. Here comes Piastri looking for a way past Sargent. What are tyres like? Sargent is on much worse condition mediums. We've got the best conditioned tyres in the field, bar... Actually, none, but, you know, the leaders are in better shape than us. But the cars we're racing, we're way better. Hulkenberg's wrecked some hard tyres in this. Piastri is going to get past, and does. Nice work. Look at the group ahead. Hulkenberg is making an absolute nuisance of himself in all of this. Right, Ricciardo is almost up to the back of Albon. Hulkenberg's helping us massively here. The roadblock that is Haas is helping us out. We've still got, I should point out here, we've still got 50 I keep forgetting this is an actual race distance. I keep forgetting that because we're having a very exciting time. Stroll has got past Hulkenberg. Stroll has been released and is now chasing down Ricciardo, just so I wanted to try and top up the battery on that car. That's less helpful. Piastri's up to 14th, and is catching... Piastri's caught a Hulkenberg train now. That's helpful for us. It's helpful for Piastri's strategy in all of this. You know what, Piastri, top up your battery. Tyres still looking good. Tyres are looking good on both the cars. Ricciardo's lost out to Stroll that is flying in that Aston Martin. It is on soft tyres. I mean, it's probably going to die at some point on those soft tyres. So I'm not too fussed. If we can just stay with the DRS train, that's what we're looking for. Stay with the DRS train. Stroll with the fastest lap of the race. Oh yeah, we can stop pushing with Ricciardo's fuel. Forgot to turn that down because we're in the DRS train. Now, I mean, Stroll's got through, but we can just DRS around with our... Oh, Piastri's had a bad corner and lost out to... or got some positions then, I don't even know. It's so hectic back here. If there's not a yellow flag, if there's not a safety car at some point during this race, I will be astounded, because it is complete madness back here. Hulkenberg slipped to 11th. Gasly's not having a bad race. Ricciardo's just passed Albon. And, ran Albon out quite wide. Stick with Stroll. If you can go with Stroll here, stick in the DRS, conserve your tyres, or just launch it at turn 1. I guess that works too. Piastri is in the cluster. Is now behind. Alonso's all the way down to 19th place. Alonso's having a terrible day. Sainz has barely gone anywhere, although is in this group here. Ricciardo has got past Stroll now, which is nice. Stroll will repass, I'm sure, into the next corner, but if we just keep leapfrogging... This has become like a GTA leapfrog teamwork race. We're trying to leapfrog teamwork with Stroll to stay ahead of Albon, basically. Piastri is battling away with Correa and can't get past. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much that we can do in this train. There is a Russell having a look, trying to get... So Hulkenberg's got back to the head of the big trader cars. This little group is gone. now. Ricciardo has got past Stroll. I think Stroll might be struggling. I think Stroll may have killed their tyres. Yeah, Tsunoda's killing their tyres. Tsunoda's absolutely shredding their soft tyres, but yeah, I think their tyres are starting to hurt a little bit. Albon struggling to keep with the pace here slightly. The DRS keeping them in range. Stroll will again get past, and that just cost us a little bit of time on the exit there. Here is the Hulkenberg train, continues battling away with Gasly. Nothing I can do with Piastri at this point. Our strategy relies on us going long, which I say doesn't really help in this little cluster. Yeah, we kind of all we can do is just kind of go with them and see what happens at this point. Piastri's engine getting a little bit hot. Ricciardo and Stroll swap places quite regularly. Although I think Ricciardo may have broken the DRS here. It looks like they have. So Stroll might end up being stuck fighting with Albon for a bit. Which might drag them back towards... I think, you know what? I think Ricciardo might have got it. I think Ricciardo might have just broken that DRS. So I'm going to tell you to push for a couple of laps. You've got clean air. Push. See if you can do anything about catching Tsunoda. I doubt it. Sargent has got a warning thing. Not sure. Piastri's just stuck. Hulkenberg is finally lost out to a couple of cars. Oh, Hulkenberg's got a problem, I think. Hulkenberg's lost a lot of time there. Piastri up to 13th. Russell and Gasly are clear now. The Hasses have made an absolute nightmare for themselves, really. Hulkenberg and Magnussen got together. It's gone very silly back there. It has gone very silly. Good news for me, for Ricciardo, we have pulled clear. We've absolutely ran away from Stroll now, which is good. Tsunoda's going to have to pit soon. Those softs are very, very second-hand on Tsunoda's car. So that is wonderful stuff. We can tell you to stop pushing now. We pulled 3 seconds on Stroll. That is what we wanted. Piastri is charging the battery up a little bit, is still behind Correa. I mean, Piastri getting a point isn't completely impossible here, although it does depend on the Ferrari of sights for sure, and Alonso, how they get through the traffic, if they can get through the traffic. Of course, the other concern for us is Russell joining in this one, but I don't know. Firebird, thank you very much for the bits. Say, evening, Alex. Apologies for being late. I had to rush my dog to the vet. My dog's ear got irritated and red. Thankfully, it's nothing serious. Well, that is good news. That is the most important news. Is that all is okay with the dog. How is Apollo and the cat? So they're all good. Cass is being incredibly affectionate tonight, which is cute. Apollo is quite hot. A relatively hot day today. So Apollo had his run in the morning, but I took him out for a little bit this afternoon, but it's quite hot. He couldn't really be bothered. But they are all good. They are all good. They are all having a good time. Piastri's up into 11th as well. Yeah, everything is going well here with the animals. Eve was desperate for attention before I started the stream, but she's wandered off now. But, you know, there we have it. Right, Ricciardo is continuing to run away. That big gaggle of cars Piastri is catching. Ricciardo is starting to catch Tsunoda as well, which is which is good, which is kind of what we wanted. I think we can actually put these batteries back to neutral now. Oh, speaking of the devil, not really the devil. Hey, Cass. You have come back to headbutt my ankle again. Hello. Drake, thank you for the bits. I recently visited my dad to see how their grandfather clock was. To my surprise, the clock only went at tock, tock, tock. I asked him, where did the ticks go? He replied, on the damn dog, where else? You're going to get a boo from me and from chat, and you are fully deserving of said boo. Tyres. Russell's going to have killed their soft tyres, so Russell's going to have to come in for some new tyres shortly. We are going much longer in this stint. Our tyres are still in very good shape. Piastri is battling. Piastri's actually got up to Albon. I mean, that is because the softs are giving up. Yeah, Piastri's strategy is actually looking pretty good here. There's a little part of me that's contemplating... Do we... What have other cars gone on? Tsunoda may try and go to the end. Gasly and Sights might have to be... It's part of me that's wondering, do we change Piastri onto a... one stop, same as Ricciardo's strategy? because we have actually got through. Yeah, we can push Piastri a little harder for a few laps, try and get Stroll while we're here. Russell's in the pits, as expected. Yeah, part of me is wondering, do we change Piastri? Piastri's done very well on those medium tyres in staying with the pack. Stick at Piastri on hards and go to the end. I mean, it's difficult, although Piastri did just lose time to Albon. Tsunoda will probably go to the end. It's a long way. Tsunoda's going to be on really sad tyres by the end of it. So what did you reckon? Like 25? Okay, Tsunoda's on a very different strategy at the moment. Ricciardo is just up in 6th. He's just kind of having a chill time in all of this. I mean, it is still a long way to go on these tyres for Ricciardo, lap 30. Though we do get to push quite hard at the end with Ricciardo. That's kind of part of the fun of that strategy. Everyone else is pretty much coming to the pits. Seitz' car is breaking down. Fantastic. I mean, it's helpful because I might get some more points. Groggers, thank you very much for the super chat. Also, saying I would say split the strategies. It's a difficult one because overtaking is difficult, but it's not as difficult as real life here. Nowhere near as difficult as real life here. So, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. Norris is in the pits to get past if you have a quick car on soft. It's tempting. It's really tempting to swap Piastri onto the one stop. We managed to keep our mediums in better shape than Hulkenberg's hards. That's how much he was pushing. Oh, yellow flag briefly. Okay, not going to be a safety car. It was Zhou. Anything exciting? Anything interesting? No, just the usual running wide. Nothing crazy. Nothing silly. Just a running wide sort of a moment. Yeah. Okay. So Russell has pitted. See, because when we pit Piastri, we're going to come up behind everybody, and then we're going to have to work back through all of the traffic, which is fine. Do we? Oh, it is a difficult call, isn't it? It's a very difficult call with Piastri. Do I try? Oh, there's another yellow flag. Is it going to be anything more? I mean, if... Okay, it's just Correa had a spin. That helps us. That was one of the cars that was in the group. Oh, and didn't smack the wall. Just went for a spin. I don't know if I wanted a safety car. I guess if it comes for a safety car, you would just pit and go hard to the end of the race. Maybe you have to conserve a little bit. Actually, yeah, you could definitely pit and go hard to the end of the race now. So if a safety car comes out, we 100% pit and put on some hard tyres. Hulkenberg has got the tyre wear back, to a more reasonable level. I mean, we could do with Russell being... So Russell's probably the big threat to us here for Ricciardo. Yeah, I know. You're ready, but we're not going to be coming in for a while. Hulkenberg has now pitted. So we are the last cars to pit? No, Verstappen hasn't pitted either yet, to be honest. We are amongst the last of the cars to pit. Albon is flying now, because we are going to get undercut by everybody. That's one of the slight downsides. Track position is not going to go our way here for this. Although, what are the cars that come out on... Like, the cars on soft. Stroll's going to pit again. Ocon, Magnussen, Sargent, they're all going to have to pit again. Russell probably will. The tyres are fine, Ricciardo. Just go for a bit of a push. You've got a bit of fuel, so you can go for a send it. And we know Tsunoda is going to be catching. Tsunoda on much newer tyres and probably pushing. Yeah, I am still wondering. We don't lose time to Tsunoda here. We can let Tsunoda. So we can let Tsunoda through. Our race will come back to us at the end against Tsunoda. That is sort of the plan here. We're playing the long game against Tsunoda. I'm going to guess then Verstappen and Hamilton are on the same strategy that we are. One stop does negate the undercut. You are right. We don't really have to worry about that too much because they're all likely to... They are all like, you know, they're all going to have to come in again, or they're going to be on very sad mediums by the end of this race. Could probably do it. Ricciardo is fighting probably a bit harder than we really needed to. Yeah, I think Tsunoda might have got us, but I don't know whether we were ever really going to be in the fight with Tsunoda anyway. If Ricciardo can go with Tsunoda in the DRS for a couple of laps, you know, pick up some pace, that would be very helpful. Piastri with a bit of clean air. We will tell you to push with the fuel. Again, we're just kind of... We've got some clean air, the engine temperatures are down, we can burn a little bit of extra fuel off, and yeah, we can kind of go for it. We currently sit in 7th and 8th place. Ricciardo is following with Tsunoda, following in that DRS. Okay, ignore that. We are changing... I don't know if I can tell them to change strategies. I want to keep Ricciardo pushing just for the moment because I want Ricciardo to stay in the DRS range, make the most of that opportunity. You know, while we've got it, we may as well stay within DRS range, or try and stay within DRS range if at all possible. We've kept our tyres in pretty good shape here. You know, Ricciardo has stayed in that DRS. We're not going to be passing Tsunoda. I'm not trying to. I don't want to pass Tsunoda. Well, actually, yeah, I don't. In many ways, I don't want to pass Tsunoda. What I want to do is just follow around and don't try and pass because we don't want to lose any time. Just stay in the DRS range and match Tsunoda's lap times. Because we can do that with very old tyres, I would be incredibly happy. And Ricciardo is not listening to my instructions. Okay, yeah, you also are not going... I mean, we were never going to be keeping Russell behind us, but Russell has to pit again. And we will... I mean, we both have to pit again. However, I'm hoping... Damn, Russell may try and go... Yeah, I'm hoping we will kind of undercut others. Ricciardo was going to run out of fuel, so we just had... Well, I say we're going to run out of fuel, but we were on the limit. So, yeah, that's fine. We get fastest lap from Leclerc. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of running around. And everything is fine. Everything is fine. Piastri, what lap does Ricciardo want to come in on? Lap 30. So that's what we're going to aim for. Yeah, we will just aim for that. I don't know if I can change this without... I don't want to... Okay, I can't like reschedule it, but I will change it to that when I don't want to go and screw something up. To be fair, if we came in now, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Just means we wouldn't be able to push as hard when we come out. And we are starting to lose considerable time here. We're going to come out behind the big train. That group there is the problem group. What are the lap times? We're in the 26s and everyone else is in the 24s. I mean, that happens. We are on a very, very contrary strategy. I think we're going to have to call Piastri. I think I'm going to have to get Piastri in. I think we're starting to really lose a lot of time now. I think... Stroll has overtaken Piastri. Okay, right. We're gonna bring you in. Yeah. Go for that. Okay, we're gonna. I'm just curious what settings I could do. Yeah, we're gonna come up behind everybody, but I think everyone else is going to have to pit. So Piastri's gonna have to go a little bit further. He can't be able to push quite as hard, but I think that's fine. We should still be able to do. Should easily be able to do all of the laps. And I guess if there is a red flag or a safety car, we could potentially chuck softs on later on. Yeah, Ricciardo is struggling. We'll go one more lap with Ricciardo. Hamilton is in as well for tyres. Verstappen, yeah, We'll keep Ricciardo going because I want to try and get Ricciardo to the lap because then we can push hard. I forgot to watch the pit stop, but Piastri has got through relatively well, and we will come out. Oh, not where we wanted to be. Wanted to be ahead of them. Unfortunately, we're not. Now, they are all going to have to pit again, but I would have liked to have been ahead of them. Maybe should have come in a lap sooner with Piastri in all of that. Right, Ricciardo, I think we're starting to lose too much time now with Ricciardo, so we will come in, put on the hards, and I say we will go to the end. Now, Ricciardo is going to have to do some overtaking. Piastri is going to have to do some overtaking. Now, what we're going to... we're going to let you get the tyres up. We're not going to push the tyres too hard. Straight from the off. Okay, Ricciardo. Here we go. It is a good stop. 2.7. Means not perfect, but it'll do. Now, Ricciardo. Oh, please come out ahead of that train of cars. Don't be in the middle of it. Okay. Right, Ricciardo. I'm putting you on maximum attack because I do not want you to fall into the train. Use everything you have for this lap. Because you're going to lose out to for sure, I think. I know they've got to pit, but if we could have got away from it, that would have been really helpful. We've stayed ahead of most of them. We know they're on a slightly different strategy to us, but it would have been really helpful if we could have got out ahead of that cluster. So I'm going to leave Ricciardo on a little bit of attack. A little bit of that plan there was for aggressive driving, by the way, so we can leave it on aggressive for a minute. We're going to burn all the fuel and burn all the battery and try and get clear. If we can run away from this group, that would be very, very helpful. Go chasing after Alonso and Stroll and co. That is what we're going for. Yeah, everyone, Albon might be the only other car that's not going to have to pit again. Maybe some of the medium tyres up there might try and stretch it, but I just think their tyres will die. Tsunoda won't pit again. That lot there will. Verstappen's on the same strategy we are. Ricciardo has got past for sure, which is what we needed to do. Piastri's a little bit stuck. This whole group is really weird, actually, that we've got that group. It's such a close-knit group. All of a sudden, it's just got stuck together there, which is quite mad. Right. Can Ricciardo go chasing off after Alonso? Absolutely. Sargent has just been overtaken. We're going to keep Ricciardo pushing a little bit here, try and chase down that Aston Martin, which will be a big dive bomb to the inside. Good work from Ricciardo. Fastest lap of the race would go to George Russell. Alonso is still trying to fight back through there. Has kind of drawn us back into the shore, back into this fight, which is not what we needed. Alonso around the outside. Brave pass from Alonso there. And we have no DRS. Don't lose out to the McLaren. Well done. There's some going off in the background behind us. Piastri has got clear of Sargent, who is going to be in the pits soon. Alright, Piastri, it's your turn to get a little bit of a boost. A little bit of a speed boost here. Get a little bit more aggressive on the old driving standpoint. Alonso has pulled away here. It's just got to have that DRS range. Our little scuffle with Alonso has actually sort of cost us a bit. Okay, let's push harder again. Okay, Vasseur tried and failed with the overtake. Sainz is not far away. We know Sainz has got a mechanical problem going on. That's fine. Crocker saying, make sure we leave enough fuel for a sample. Naturally, we don't want to be failing on any of that stuff again. I don't know if you can fail on that in this game, to be honest with you. Piastri's clear. I think Piastri's now clear of Sargent and can go chasing off after that. Although Sargent's going to get a good sort of second lot of DRS. Doesn't quite get past. Right, balance on that one. Ricciardo still not quite got. I think Alonso's just started pushing. When realised Ricciardo was going to be there. Right, we'll try and defend with the battery if we can. Here, this is the frustrating bit, is I'm stuck fighting these cars. I don't want to fight these cars. These cars aren't really my race. They've all got to pit again. But we are going to be losing time because we're stuck with them. Piastri, I could do with you... Okay, you're going to have to go back to normal. I could do with you getting in the slipstream with the Hasses. I could do with you getting the slipstream with the Hasses, spend a couple of laps there, have the Hasses pit, and then we're fine. That's what we're going for here. That would be the hope, at least. There is another fastest lap of the race for Verstappen, who is flying up there, unsurprisingly. We are stuck in this battle back here with the McLaren and Ferrari. Oh, don't let the McLaren slip through on the inside, and the Ferrari's gone around the outside. Ricciardo has been mugged. Oh, and then there's been a crash. Ricciardo got pushed off and has got front wing damage. Yeah, I know all of that stuff. Crap. No pitting for you. That's really what we didn't need, because we aren't even really racing these cars. God damn it. It doesn't look like it's not massive damage, so Ricciardo can carry on. Okay, Piastri, turn the engine down. That's frustrating. Just didn't need that one. Really didn't need that one. For sure, is going to be under no investigation. Yeah, I mean, we got a bit squeezed off the circuit, but yeah, it was a silly, unnecessary accident. We're now going to get the slipstream down here, and we'll potentially go and repass for sure. No, not quite. May do it down into turn 1. But I say that's fine. Piastri is now caught up a little bit behind the Hasses, as we would as we were kind of expecting. I think we're going to have more than enough pace here to get past them, and we do on 1. Ricciardo has passed for sure, and will, hopefully be able to go chasing off after Sainz, but it's going to be... I think Verschoor's tyres have had it. Yeah, Verschoor's tyres are going. Sainz's tyre, like everyone, we're going to get up to 7th with the pit stops. Our tyres are in better condition than Hamilton's, and Tsunoda may not even make it. Tsunoda may have to pit again. It's just how much damage. Verschoor is annoying us at the moment. We really want those cars coming into the pits. I think I saw, Sainz is breaking down. Well, that's one less car to worry about. That's the end of Sainz's race. Verschoor is having a look. All of this, sure going to be close enough? No, not quite. Piastri's now gone and cleared Hulkenberg, and of course we've passed Magnussen, we've passed Gasly, who's pitted, past Sainz breaking down. We've now just got Piastri could still get points here. Honestly, points are possible. Points are very possible here. It's been an exciting race so far for us. At the front, it's looking like it's the Red Bull show. It's close between Verstappen and Leclerc. There's a big gap back to Perez and then back to Norris, Hamilton, Tsunoda. I don't know. I think Tsunoda's strategy is a bit wacky, and I think Tsunoda's going to struggle a little bit on that one. Ocon is in the pits. That will give Piastri another place in this. Albon's going to have to pit again. How are our tyres? So that line is the 30% line where they really start to drop off. I guess we could probably preserve a little bit for you. I think Ricciardo's got to push because we've got to not let Verschoor back past. It's kind of quite significant that we don't let Verschoor back past at the moment if we cannot get slowed down by the McLaren. So we could maybe cool the tyres a little bit afterwards. Stroll is in the pits, which... yeah, that's another position for us, for Ricciardo. If we do end up behind Verschoor, I guess we would just save tyres and then slipstream around a little bit. Verschoor is having a look, doesn't do it. Tried, got close. Couldn't quite make it stick. Piastri closing in on Albon a little bit through all of this. Albon might go to the end, but they're going to be very sad to the end. Sainz still going. Sainz has got back out again, so Sainz is still running in all of this. Ricciardo is starting to catch... Well, Alonso's going to have to pit. Russell's in the pits. Anyway. Verschoor has now pitted. Okay. Let's save tyres on Ricciardo for a little while. Who is that? Is that Russell? Okay, Russell on the pit exit. Russell is ahead of us. We are not going to be able to do anything about Russell. Fair enough. I think we lost too much time scrapping. The Mercedes are probably too quick for us anyway, let's face it. Piastri up to 11th. Albon has to pit again. We've got more pace. Alonso has to pit again. Tsunoda might actually come out ahead of us, to be honest. When Tsunoda pits, well, their tyres are dying. I think they're going to come out ahead of us anyway. Ricciardo is in a big old DRS train behind Alonso, who's surely going to have to stop at some point soon. Continuing around for the moment, Russell is going to go for the move down the inside into turn 1. Ricciardo not quite going to buy into that one. Alonso will not... I don't know where the detection zone is on this track. Doesn't get DRS for the second part. We may be able to pass Alonso here. Not quite close enough. Not quite brave enough. Well, not brave. I'd rather Ricciardo not send it if we can, avoid that. Piastri's caught up to the back of Albon. Fastest lap for Perez. Very inaccurate. It's all very inaccurate indeed. Should tell you what, Piastri, top up your battery a little bit, because we might want this towards the end to fend off attacks, or to go on the attack. Tsunoda is in the pits. We did think Tsunoda was going to have to pit, but I don't think we're going to... I think Tsunoda was ahead of Russell anyway, so I don't think we're going to be able to leapfrog the RB. I think it was just too fast for us on the day. It's going to be quite close, actually, on the exit, but it's going to be close with Russell, not with us. Ricciardo has a look, can't do it. Will quite possibly get past... No, Alonso defends, and Ricciardo not brave enough. Piastri has cleared Albon. Good work. Piastri moves up into the points. From 18th on the grid. Oh no, pit stop issue for a Haas. Australia? Who would have thought such things could occur? Not me. There would never be pit stop issues with a Haas at Melbourne. That couldn't occur. Right. Piastri, while you got a little bit of clean air, go for a bit of burn some fuel. You got clean air, you're not going to be overheating your engine, so go for it. Alonso is pitting now. So, Ricciardo back in clean air. Tyre life looking pretty good for both our cars. Fastest lap of the race has just gone to Vasseur. 15 laps to go. The thing we've got to bear in mind is we aren't that far ahead. So the cars that have pitted, we aren't that far ahead of. Certainly not with Piastri. Now, Piastri could be a little secret weapon in this one. And Piastri could help slow stuff down to, say, keep Ricciardo ahead. Maybe. Because we have leapfrogged a lot of cars. I think we're going to have to push. I think we're going to have to now push with these cars. Tsunoda going very quickly. We are going to possibly lose out to Stroll. My hope is, though, right, what is Stroll tyre-wise on mediums? Okay, that's going to be a difficult one. My hope is with a bit of DRS, we can maybe be, say, a smidge sneaky. I think we're going to have to just be aggressive now. Don't think we've got much choice. Ricciardo, let's go for the pushing and see what happens. Yeah, the wing damage might be a problem. So where's the real threats to us? For sure is a massive problem, because I think for sure is going to catch us quite quickly. And then maybe Albon? No, Albon's not a concern. Sight is broken. Alonso would be then the next one that could maybe challenge Piastri. Stroll is just way too quick on those tyres. So Stroll is long gone. We couldn't sit in the DRS. That's unfortunate. Stroll is actually not very far behind Ricciardo either. I don't think we're going to hold on to that 8th place. Could do with a red flag right about now. We've got a load of soft tyres I can shove on the cars. Yeah, I've got a load of soft tyres we can shove on, well, certainly on Piastri's car. Leclerc is flying. We've got hard tyres. We can't match that sort of pace. I fear the traffic might have cost us a little too much in this. I think we've done the best that we could with what we've been given. Yeah, Ricciardo getting dumped out into that fight. We fought cars a little bit unnecessarily, which kind of cost us overall lap time. But what can you do? For sure is catching Piastri, and I think will pass relatively straightforwardly here. We do have our new soft on Ricciardo's. We have a lot more on Piastri. We do have one set of our new soft on Ricciardo's car. For sure is through, and yeah, we're not going to be able to match that for pace. Albon is going very long on a set of hards. Albon's out of contention here. I think Piastri may end up just missing out on some points. Ricciardo has got back past Stroll here. Curious. Wasn't expecting that. So Stroll may have burnt the tyres up. Stroll has burnt the tyres up a little bit. If we keep fighting with Stroll, that's fine. Grog is asking what engine I go. I've got a Ferrari engine in this car. We are a Ferrari B team, so to speak. Piastri's actually got back past for sure as well. So I think these cars have pushed hard to catch, but then the DRS swapping is going to occur. Potentially, I don't know. Stroll now got away again. We will see. Piastri and Vachor are continuing to fight. Vachor tried and failed at the chicane. Piastri's not far back from Ricciardo. Because Ricciardo's car, let's not forget, does have some damage on it. I think Verstappen is coming to lap everybody. Ricciardo, is not going to be able to quite stay in the DRS range here. Piastri is not going to get DRS here, but may get DRS later around the lap. Albon pits, they give up on their one stop, was not working for them. So it's Alonso, Sainz and Ocon are the next real threat. That's the threat for points for us. Piastri is sticking with Vachor, which is what we want, which is what we need if we're gonna keep this. Tyres are getting a little bit hot on Piastri's car, but we should be okay. Ricciardo, I think you can push a little bit more. Here comes Piastri to the inside and will clear the McLaren and gets DRS from Ricciardo. Now, can we do a little bit of sneaky teamwork, or are we going to break everything? Piastri's car is probably a little bit better chance here to go quicker. It's not got the damaged front wing. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, Piastri can go on neutral. We've saved enough battery, more than enough battery. Now, Piastri, if Piastri gets past Ricciardo and vanishes into the distance, and Ricciardo can hold up Vachor, that would also work for us. We are not a million miles away from Stroll, but I don't think we're in any immediate danger or any immediate sort of threat of catching Stroll. Here comes Piastri. We're going to let them race. Ricciardo, I think Ricciardo might actually get a little bit stuffed here, although Vachor is not close enough. Oh, no, never mind. Vachor is close enough. They sent it. How is Vachor's tyres? They're starting to hurt on that. They are actually starting to hurt on that one. This is a weird little group going on. Yeah, the McLaren has got through. However, I should think Ricciardo has got DRS as well. So Piastri's going to defend. Ricciardo forces the McLaren not to attack, basically. We may be able to just sort of ensnare Vachor for long enough. There's a Red Bull coming. Here comes that McLaren, unfortunately. He's going to get past one. And now Piastri is... okay, I think Ricciardo's maybe just doesn't quite have the speed necessarily in this one. Right, Piastri, you can push a little bit harder now. Vachor has just got away in this. Alonso is starting to catch, which is a concern. Now, of course, we've got to get out of the way for that, which isn't great. So that would have lost us a little bit of time to Alonso. Now, it will cost Vachor some time when Verstappen catches up to them. Alonso is getting ominously close. That is scary. Do we... see, Piastri's tyres... they'll be okay. Ricciardo, I'm wondering whether we start telling them to attack a little bit more. Because they're going to potentially lose out to Alonso if we aren't careful. And neither of us might get a point here. Alonso is the only other real threat here. So the others aren't going to be able to catch us. Ricciardo's having a look. Alonso is now here. Now, the battle might slow Alonso up for a while. It is side by side. Don't break your wing anymore, please. Piastri has come out of it on top in all of this. We're going to have to turn down these. The engines are getting warm. The tyres are getting warm. I can't get them to slow down Alonso. There's no real... I think we've got a screwed in... Oh, no, never mind. Who is that Ferrari? The Ferrari is Leclerc, I presume, who is not going to be happy about getting stuck in all of this mess. Do we get DRS off of Leclerc? No, not quite. We are currently blocking Alonso. We've currently got Alonso pretty well stuck in all of this. Vachor has caught Stroll, but they're some 6 seconds down the road from us, which we are unlikely to be able to affect, really. It's what... If Ricciardo can hold off Alonso with use of DRS from Piastri, that's what we're going for here. Alonso is trying to go around and has gone around the outside of Ricciardo. No, it didn't quite work how I wanted it to. Ricciardo will now get DRS on Alonso, but can't... Oh, yeah, can't do it. No, Piastri's now got it wrong through turn 1, and Alonso's passed both of them, and they've basically done what I didn't want them to do. God damn it. Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, right, Ricciardo. We're going to have to do something here, and what we're going to do here is push. I don't think you're going to be able to do it. I'm not sure, even if we whack up the battery. So I want you to drag Piastri towards Alonso, is the goal. If you can drag Piastri with the DRS towards Alonso, that would be helpful. But, yeah, it's not quite going to be enough, and Piastri is going to get through. Right. Piastri, go for it. Go, 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 go. The only hope we have now for points essentially is a problem. If one of the cars, if Stroll has a crash, if Stroll has shredded their tyres, actually, Verschoor's tyres aren't looking good, but it's towards the end of the race, right? It's not going to, you've only got a few laps to go. Our tyres aren't looking particularly good either. Piastri, I mean, we've got our cars probably the way round we want them in this. Right, just deploy what battery we've got left. We're just not. We're quicker than Verschoor, but we're just too far back. Yeah, and trying to keep the tyres alive. It's just not quite gone the way we wanted it to this time. Piastri with a good race. If Ricciardo didn't have front wing damage, maybe it'd be different. I don't know how much lap time we're losing with that. That certainly didn't help here. I'm going to blame that. I don't think it is completely that. It's only minor damage, but it certainly hasn't helped. Yeah, there's a very big gap between Norris and Hamilton in that. Tsunoda's done very well. The other RB is all the way down in 20th place. So, yeah, not great for Correa. Let's just turn those down. Yeah, we've used what we can of the battery. We've fought where we can with this one, and it's going to just come up short, unfortunately. Unless there is an accident. Unless there is an accident at the end. Two-stop may have worked. Two-stop probably works depending on traffic. I worry that I think it would still have screwed. I think we'd still got stuck in traffic. Bad qualifying caused Piastri issues, and Ricciardo with a bit of wing damage. Not ideal. We will hit our goals, though. We were predicted 12th and 13th, and we're going to get 11th and 12th. So, yeah, I mean, we are going to hit the targets, I guess. Verstappen has taken victory. It's not quite going to be any points for us. In the end, yeah, just not quite enough for us here. Disappointed a little bit, but it's probably about expected in the grand scheme of things. With all the cars finishing, yeah, it's tough for us to get points. We did beat a Ferrari. And that Ferrari's having issues. We beat, the Hasses, the Williams, Saubers, both Alpines. So, Ferrari B team status does continue quite well. Pengy taking the bits. Saying at the end of the race, all drivers who are not citizens of Australia get a 10-second time penalty. I think we need a bit more than that. No, it would give us a point. It would give us a point. But that would be it. Because the only difference it would really make is put Alonso down. Yeah. It was a solid race, I think. It just couldn't quite scrape some points. Yeah, maybe we should have gone for the two-stopper, although I think we would have still got stuck in traffic. Maybe we could have gone with a two-stopper for Ricciardo, a more aggressive two-stopper, maybe, and tried something. We didn't have the tyres to do it with Ricciardo's car. Verschoor with a good race, to be fair, despite the fact they punted off Ricciardo and broke Ricciardo's wing. Verschoor did have a good climb up. I think our qualifying flattered us slightly because a Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren all went out in Q1. So yeah, that did flatter us a little bit. We have slipped to 8th in the constructors, although that's Williams. We would hope to be able to overhaul, but other than that, that's probably accurate with how things are. Fastest pit stops, we do not get anywhere near. They're in 2.4s. Jeez. And yeah, we did have one good pit stop. But yeah, 2.7. Very consistent pit stops. Very consistent pit stops. But everyone got bonuses, so we get 500,000. Or they get. I'm not even sure who gets the 500,000 there, but I'll take it. Oh, okay, one of our affiliate drivers has got better, who will never end up in the car. Right. Best stop strategy for this race was a 2-stop. Yeah, well, I say that. Verstappen did the 1-stop and it works, but then I guess that's Verstappen. No, Antonelli won the Formula 2 race. Cool. Right, what have we got going on here? Oh, it needs a new front wing. Right, so we will install on that one. Now, medium risk parts, high risk. I guess we're going to change your front wing. How do I replace with the same... Like, I want to install a fresh one. How do I do that? We have 5 of them. How do I shout at people and tell them to put a new front wing on it? I don't quite know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there is a way. There should be a way, right? Because I don't want to go into the race with that. Medium risk I'll take. But I want to... Oh, okay. B saying you can only replace them when it fails examination. Oh, that's annoying if that is true. We do have we do have a new front wing being made, though. Will it be made in time? Okay, we don't need it unless it fails. I mean, I feel like I'd want to replace it to be safe, but apparently that's just not how this game works. Will we... I think we will have a new front wing anyway, so I don't think it will matter. I think we'll have a new front wing on both cars. Oh no, wait, we've got new suspension, isn't it? That's what we're building. Ah. Okay. We want 2 of these. Completion date. Sure, go for it. We might get them. Okay, we will get those, I think. We will get a new front wing before Suzuka anyway. Right. What do we want to design? Yeah, I know we need to improve the car. So we got front wing and suspension. Right. That's what we've got a V2 of. I mean, underfloor is probably quite important. I feel like underfloor is quite important. You know, significant thing. We will stick a bit of time into here and wind tunnel hours. Stick some wind tunnel hours into this one. That'll be all good. I mean, of course, it won't be ready for Suzuka, but that's fine. Design focus. Yeah. I mean, so optimized aerodynamics, better cornering, but a bit less top speed. I just tend to go for balance because I don't know what I'm doing. Is basically the basically what we're doing here. Oh, dirty air tolerance. There we go. There's that one there. I mean, that one there is just, I'm just going to go for balanced. Screw it. We'll just do that. Oh, and engineers. We'll put 5 engineers on it. Just normal, and that'll be fine, I guess. Right, that can be. We can start researching that, and I mean we've got a bit of money. I'm probably going to go broke at some point. Let's face it. We've got underfloor being researched. I guess then the next thing is going to be a rear wing. So we can do that. We will. Again, use a little bit more of that and use some more of these. So chat saying if you reduce the minimum lifespan of the part, you can get a big performance boost. I guess that just means you've got to spend a bunch of money, keep replacing them because they'll keep breaking, right? In theory. So that's 2. So default it's 3 to 7 races, and that's 2 to 3 races. I guess we can go for somewhere like there-ish, so I'm not replacing a new wing every single time. We'll try it. I'll try it. We'll see what happens, and then we will put the remaining engineers we have. It's going to be a little while until we get a new rear wing, and that is a big chunk of our money. I say big chunk of our money. We've still got 44 million. Right. What is important? Front wing design has been complete. Stuff was being manufactured, wasn't it? I'm going to not worry too much. Okay, head of aerodynamics is got better, which is good, and everything else is just ticking along. I don't know what you wanted to shout at me. Training schedule, pit crew, do your thing. I'm fine. Not too fussed about the really fine details of it. Just do your pit crew thing. What I wanted to do... Okay. Now. Car 1. Okay, so both cars are going to get the new front wing. Car 2 can have a new front wing. And... I guess... Hopefully it'll be ready. So, Piastri will have the new suspension. And potentially Ricciardo. Yeah, Ricciardo should have the new suspension. Target achieved. Okay. New sponsor plan. Okay. What do they want? I mean, you can have... what do we want to get? I mean, we can do... I don't really want... I guess Ricciardo can do a sponsored event because the sponsors like Ricciardo, and then we're just got to do one more little thing. See, it simulates your advert. Will keep them happy. Very full advert. Sports director talks. I guess we'll do this. It just gets us over the edge. And that should keep them happy. Again, it just keeps in just enough engagement to keep them ticking over. Right. And now we have got the new suspension on both our cars. I'm not hoping for miracles, but it would be nice if... What's the betting? Why do I get the feeling... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, no. We have rain. We might have a wet race to deal with. I'm not surprised, I guess. We have got rain to contend with here. It was always likely to happen at some point. I mean, that is, you know, a big part of motorsport and Formula 1. Will we have wet qualifying? I don't know. Who would have thought rain at Suzuka? Ugh. Don't know if it's going to be a good test of our new parts or not. Let's go for... I mean, a wet race could be perfect. It could cause complete chaos. We might be able to sneak our way into some points. I was going to say podium, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves, really. Right. Let's see what happens. Simulator qualifying. I'm not too worried about the practice. On we go. It looks like it's going to be a dry day for quali, at least. Which is good. Okay, I mean, practice wasn't looking too bad. Second practice wasn't looking great. Yeah. I mean, we're round there or thereabouts, which is what we like to see. We will definitely hope for the Aussies not being involved in the chaos. Yeah, I mean, we're looking, again, the goal here is sneak cars into the top 10 and have a good race and maybe able to sneak our way a bit further forward. That's like a realistic goal. Drake reckoning Ricciardo 9th, Piastri 13th. I reckon Piastri should out-qualify Ricciardo in theory. I reckon we might sneak a 9th and 10th if we get it right. Don't know why I put on that set of tyres rather than the other one, but sure. Yeah, I reckon a 9th and 10th we may be able to just squeak the points out of it. It's going to be close though. I'm hoping these big upgrades are gonna work on the car. Ricciardo hasn't disappeared into the ether this time around. That's good. Cora reckoning Ricciardo 19th and Piastri 6th. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. We don't want that going on. I mean, I'm sending Ricciardo out to go and do that initial lap in hopefully relatively clean air. I'm hoping no one else really comes out of the pits. Stroll is, Bottas is, please do not be in the way. Yeah, so this is why I do it, is so that we try and split the strategies a little bit, and we try and keep them clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Ricciardo go past, and if there's no other... oh, no, Ricciardo is going to get traffics on the lap. But, okay, I'm going to let Albon go out, then I might send Piastri out in a minute. Yeah, Ricciardo is going to get quite bad traffic on his lap. Hopefully. Sometimes the traffic's okay. Sometimes it does do what it's supposed to. Other times it is garbage and does horrible, mean things. That one, lovely. The Alpines have been very kind to us, if I'm honest. The Alpines have been the ones getting out of the way. The Saubers and the Mercedes are the ones that really screwed us. We've got one more car to get past on this lap, which is a Williams by the looks of it. Come on, Ricciardo. Will the Williams... oh, the Williams behaves itself. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Yeah, no more traffic for Ricciardo here. It's going to be fastest lap of the session because Ricciardo is the first one to set a lap. Don't know what sort of time is good, but as long as Ricciardo doesn't bin it, it's a solid, good start. 28-1 is the first lap. Piastri keeps out of the way of a Merc and a Sauber. Bit of an odd place to stop, but. Will Piastri get a good lap? The problem is the cars that have just gone past on their hot lap, Piastri is then going to have to navigate. Ricciardo's lap looking good. If we're 0.7 of a second ahead of Stroll, if we're that far ahead of an Aston Martin, that is good. If we can keep that gap, I'd be very happy. So Ricciardo's good, strong first lap. Norris, well, I presume a traffic-affected lap down in 4th. I mean, it's not just me that can get screwed in the traffic, let's not forget here. Ricciardo with a monster lap for a first attempt. Had a Stroll, Alonso, Tsunoda by a good margin, and Piastri has got blocked by a Sauber again. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as it was at Australia, but it's another Sauber-related shenanigans. The Red Bull behaves itself. And Piastri is going to have... I mean, it wasn't the worst case of blocking I've ever seen, but it definitely wasn't good. I mean, it's going to be green sectors, of course. I don't know what Ricciardo's time was. I don't point me looking at it because I don't know anything to compare it to. That is a monster lap from Ricciardo to be that far ahead. And Piastri goes second despite the blocking. Okay. I think the upgrades are working. Christ. Okay. The only ones that are, I say, really, that we're worried about. Stroll and Alonso, they're the ones we would expect to beat Hülkenberg. Tsunoda's actually been very fast, so yeah, Norris we know has had a dirty lap. We'll expect both Ferraris, both McLarens, both Mercedes. Oh, yellow flag. Who's had an off? Is it Stroll? I say that joke only because... oh, it was Perez. Well, that's also a fitting one. I say that joke only because in the very first race that we did... oh, I should have off with Spoon. Yeah, in the very first race that we did at Bahrain, Stroll spun like 4 times during qualifying and the race, and Stroll had adventures. And, yeah, that's why I make I make that joke, but it is quite funny that it's now Perez as well. Oh, that was a drift and a half from Tsunoda into the pit box. Okay, well, do I send them out again? Do I bother? We're ahead of Perez. Oh, Perez fell off the track, though. Let's not forget. Perez did fall off the circuit. Verstappen has now absolutely smashed it, as we would expect. Were others running on, like, mediums or something? I don't know. That's just bizarre how fast we've got those 2 around the lap. I mean, that gap to Verstappen we expect. But yeah, everybody else is so far. The gap between 1.4 between us and Verstappen absolutely makes sense. I know if the track's gripping up like crazy. Not that one. Which one was it? This one. The track is gripping up a bit, but I mean, I feel like we're going to have to go out again. Because I feel like the tracks must be getting quicker. But Russell with a terrible lap. I will presume traffic related. Leclerc and Sainz have not set a time yet. They are just going out now. For sure is on a lap. Correa could do something good. The RBs have been quite fast in this game. I mean, yeah, Verstappen's lap's insane if no one else is getting close to that. I can't imagine... the whole field can't have got stuck in traffic. The odd car, like Norris's lap traffic, we know Perez had an accident, had an adventure. But yeah, there we go. Vershaw has gone quicker. That's a bit more like it, a bit more to be expected. We're going to wait until the end. I mean, we've got a good banker lap in. Correa with a terrible lap. I don't even think there's any traffic for Correa to got stuck in. They must have had an off or something. Maybe they had traffic that I didn't see at some point else. Tsunoda has come out again. We're waiting till the end of the session, really, to send cars out to try and avoid traffic as best as possible. I mean, there's no guarantee, of course. That is the concern. But sending out now, you're just going to get completely messed up. So yeah, we try and leave it till the last second in the hope of avoiding traffic if we can. Sainz up to second for the moment. We will, again, let the time run. Sainz will be done for the day. Stroll and Bottas are coming out. Right, we're going to try and let the Saubers get out of the way. Now I'm going to try and figure out when to send the cars out. Okay, we will send out Piastri. And then we will send out... Oh, we're going to get stuck behind Correa. I clicked it just as I saw Correa come out. Ricciardo is going to be behind Correa, though that should be okay. Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit there. Piastri's Vashaw's on a lap. Gasly and Ocon are either on an in or an out lap. Alonso has improved. Russell and Hamilton have improved. I mean, even if we don't improve, I think we might still get through, to be honest. Although this is more to see. Oh yeah, Ricciardo's in a terrible place. And there's not really a way to tell your driver to not be an idiot with that one. Piastri, this time around, is going to get the clean run. Ricciardo is not going to get the clean run. Ricciardo is going to be stuck. I meant to click release. I just... Yeah. We did not have... as I clicked release, Correa had got... As we were in the process of, Correa leapfrogged us. The manual control thing, I cannot seem to figure out how to do, and I just make a complete mess of the tyre heating. There's not as far as I can see, there's not really a way of telling them to back off and make a gap. There might be. I might just be missing it. But when I tried to use it, I did not get the tyres working, and my driver was very slow. So I don't intend on touching it again. Piastri is on personal best. Ricciardo is not, which is not a big surprise, really. I think Ricciardo should still get through anyway. But this will be a good showcase of how fast is the new Apollo Motorsport car. We round the final corner. It's 7th. Good stuff from Piastri. Probably where we, let's say where we expect, where we hope to be, mixing it up amongst the Aston Martins a little bit here. Yeah, Ricciardo not able to get a good lap in there, just stuck in the traffic. Correa crosses the line in 12th. It looks like, well, Leclerc, what has gone on? Oh, you are on a lap. You should jump up. And does. Oh, Tsunoda's gone. Tsunoda is eliminated. Oh, that is, I was about to say, no really big dramatic things, but Tsunoda going out there is a surprise. They have been very fast so far in this. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Piastri didn't need that lap. We would have been through anyway, but it's better to be safe than sorry with this, I think. It was a little bit more of a gap, perhaps, but, you know, I would rather make sure. Okay, well, it's 2x2s. Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, then a single Mercedes, the Apollo Motorsport cars, mixing it up, Aston Martin up there, Stroll in 12th. Yeah, and Alpine got through. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to presume, I mean, that the RBs have been very fast. I will work on the basis that... Sorry, the RBs... I presume Tsunoda got stuck in traffic. But, you know, that's all I do know. Right. I'm going to... I mean, we don't really know... I don't know what the weather's going to do for the race, so... I'm going to try and save tyres, a set of tyres, if I can. Okay, go on, Piastri. You can go out first. Normally we let Ricciardo go out first, but this time around we will send Piastri out, and then we'll wait a second so we don't get stuck behind a Haas. Right, you can then go out. Go on, get out in front of that Red Bull. Fantastic. Good work. Right. Set a good lap on some used tyres, which everybody who is out is on. So Verstappen's on used, Piastri, Ricciardo, and Hülkenberg all on used tyres. That's fine. Everyone can go do this. As I said, this is literally just for a banker lap. There's always a chance a red flag could mess things up at some point, although the AI in this aren't as... In reality, in the Formula 1 teams, to leave it till the last second to try and get the cars out, the AI spread out a bit more. So you are less... Oh, Sainz is going to be in a terrible... Okay, no. Piastri's fine. Sainz is going to be a terrible place. Potentially for Ricciardo. This is unlikely to be the most important lap, but still, we don't want it to get screwed over if we can avoid it. You know, it would be helpful if we cannot. Catching up to... the cars ahead, the Aston Martin. Oh, they have behaved themselves. We are watching it at high speed there. Yeah, yes, they all behave themselves. 31.5, 31.5. Ricciardo still going slightly quicker here, which is, I say, which is something. I say, which is good. We want both cars going, you know, equally quickly if we can. It's going to be around the final quarter. Piastri at 28.1. A solid gambit, if you will. And it is then going to be 37. Okay, a little faster in the middle sector for Piastri than Ricciardo. Oh, it's so close. 0.074. Verstappen goes fastest, but it's Verstappen. We're a second clear of Hülkenberg on those used tyres. So equal tyres. Second clear of the Haas. That is promising. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, very good news. Correa, not a very good lap. Vashaw is ahead of us, to be expected, with the McLaren. Welcome those just tuning in. If you are just joining the stream, welcome. We had a slightly heartbreaking race in Australia. Just could not quite go our way. We're heading to Suzuka, where it's supposed to rain for the race. God knows what's going to happen if it does. I have done one wet race on this game, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. yeah, Correa, again, a bad lap, but I'm not going to read too much. The really out there laps are just because of traffic, which I would expect that to be the cause of Correa's. Oh, yellow. Oh, okay, it's only Magnussen going off. Magnussen at, the final corner. Well, not quite the final corner, the chicane. And weird on the grass and is off. Yeah, that's not going to help your lap time there. Nothing major. Yeah, and everyone has stopped. No, I don't know what we're going to want for the race. Whether it's going to be wets, whether it's going to be inters, whether it's going to dance between both of them. It's difficult. Well, it's impossible to know at this stage. Russell with not a very good first lap. I mean, of course, we're sending our cars out again. We are going to wait and hopefully be in a clear bit of traffic, clear bit of air. I mean, we also want the track in the best condition we can get it in, you know, to try and get the maximum out of our cars. We don't want to get stuck behind Correa. Okay, we will send out one, and then we will send out. Oh, I was about to send out the other, and then I saw other cars coming out. So, yeah, that's fine. We will now send out Ricciardo. Oh, get out ahead of Norris. Okay, we do. Good stuff. Right. The other cars, so the cars around us are going to be on in-laps, and they'll be out of the way, in theory. It looks like Piastri's just got clear track ahead of them. Correa, Russell, and Magnussen are all on laps. Ricciardo has a clear track ahead of them. Fair bit of clear track ahead. I think Alonso and Hamilton are going to be on fast laps as well. So they should be far enough away that that's not a problem. Okay. Piastri, can you do something incredible here? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can go for a strong lap. It is not a personal best first sector. It's not a good start. We would hope for better, but I don't think it's too bad or a first sector. Didn't look anything massively wrong with it. You know, just because the track has got a little bit grippier doesn't mean the drivers are going to be able to always go faster. It is the middle sector going to be? It doesn't look like it's going great for Ricciardo either. It's a faster. Piastri's not really on it. Ricciardo has got some cars around. Neither of them going quicker at the moment, which seems weird. How have you, on new tyres, going slower than you were on the used ones? Ricciardo's going faster. Stroll has crossed the line and not done enough. I mean, Norris has got a little bit boxed in behind Ricciardo, who is going to hopefully go faster. Norris goes to the top. Ricciardo didn't improve. Must have been an iffy final sector. So it's really Russell is the only one we have to worry about. That doesn't really look like it's going particularly quickly. I think that's on an in-lap. I think everyone's done. Magnussen. I think Magnussen is the only one that can displace us now. No, Magnussen's in. I think we're through. I'm not sure why we didn't go faster on new tyres. That's bizarre. Also, well, I mean, I guess maybe Norris got a massive toe behind Ricciardo. I don't quite know how Norris got that fast, stuck behind the Apollo Motorsport car. But the two Apollo cars are into the top 10. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, they're very, very similar. Very close. Very similar across both Q1 and Q2, which is bizarre to me. I don't know why we're struggling with that. How I managed to do it. Unless I didn't select the tyres properly, which is possible. I mean, now part of me thinks maybe I should just send them out on the new tyres straight away. I'm going to what we're going to do. Right, okay. We're going to split the strategy a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to send Piastri out on the new tyres straight away. Right, you can go out. Try it, I guess. You'll go out between the Ferraris and the McLarens and so on, and Ricciardo can go do the confidence-building lap on the old tyres, and then we'll swap. I mean, Piastri, maybe we will give him a second go on the tyres, because I'm not thinking I'm not expecting us to necessarily be using the soft tyres much, depending on the weather. Slightly less concerned about having a brand new set here. But we'll see. We'll see what Piastri can do in terms of a lap. If we can get... Basically, we're looking for 27s. Mid-27 would be brilliant. I feel like we should be able to do that. Maybe. I feel like we should have got a bigger gain on a new tyre than we did. So that's what I'm hoping. We need Piastri to pull it together. I mean, it's possible it was just a scruffy lap. And the first laps were good, and the second lap was scruffy. I can't remember what the sectors was. 31.5, sub 31.5 is what we're looking for through this first one. If we could manage that, I would be happy. You know, if we could do a 30, that would be brilliant. We're not going to, but 31.4, and we're being Ferrari'd. Ugh. God damn it! Oh, we got Ferrari'd at the wrong point. Well. That is, again, it's not the very worst block we've had, but it's not a helpful one, particularly for us. So, Pengy, you are right. We do get a new set of softs for Q3, but what I'm trying to do is, yeah, we got the Ferrari cost us a bit there. What I'm trying to do is have a brand new set for the race as well. So I'm trying to save an extra set. So I have a brand new set for this session, but I'm trying to save an extra set so I can go into the race with a set of softs that others might not, for example. Although, with the weather affecting this Grand Prix in theory, who knows? Ricciardo, 31.4. Actually, Ricciardo with a great lap in there. That is a great lap from Ricciardo. 27.8 on the used tyres. I feel like the used tyres are the way to go here. Yeah, Ricciardo with a monster lap on there. I'm guessing maybe... Well, they're all going to be on used, I would presume. Yeah, they are. They're all on used. But yeah, Ricciardo on the used tyres went better than Leclerc and Vershaw. Piastri, we know, got a bit screwed in the traffic. Perez to the front of the field. Do I run Piastri on used tyres? See, because the used tyres just seem to be the way to get bloody speed out. It feels counterintuitive, and it feels like that shouldn't bloody work, but... You know what, we're going to try it. We're going to do this session completely backwards. Ricciardo has some new tyres to go to here. So, and then we'll have that set there for the race, potentially. If we get a chance to use them, the weather is going to, you know, decide that more than anything. Right, let's just speed up some time a little bit. Now, we want to not get stuck behind Verstappen and Alonso on their... Oh, they've come in. Right. Oh, Piastri's got out in front of Sainz. Okay, and then we're going to send Ricciardo out. Okay, we've gone a little bit early, but I'm hoping this will keep us out of the way of cars, in theory. Although we may catch them as they're on their outlap. It's going to depend on where we catch them. If we catch them through the Degners, that's what screws us. Yeah, might have gone a bit too soon. Right, never mind. Either way, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what Piastri can... it's Leclerc and Alonso. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Piastri, we're looking for 31.4, 31.3 in the first sector. Would be very good, if you please. A Ferrari's going to be caught up behind us a little bit. And we're not going to catch cars through the Degners. It is 31.4. That's good. It's personal best. And Ricciardo is going to do 31.5. Just seems like old tyres are the way to go. We're catching Alonso, but we're going to catch Alonso on the exit of Spoon, and I think we won't have a problem there. Yeah, Alonso stays well clear. 37.0 is a good, I think, a good middle. Is a personal best either way for Piastri here. And it is going to be around the final corner. What is the lap time going to be? It goes up, but not by much. It's a bad final sector. Ricciardo's not going quicker. The new tyres are just not working. Ricciardo is across the line. Couldn't do anything more. Yep. It's 7th and 8th by the looks of it, although I would expect that to be 9th and 10th, to be honest. I guess Piastri crossed the line technically and hasn't finished, but yeah. Verstappen looks like they're going to be on pole ahead of Perez, then Norris and Sainz. For sure is up to 5th. Leclerc is the last one to cross the line. Does not look like they're going for it. Leclerc might be out. I think Leclerc's out of it. So something went wrong for the Ferrari in that one. Either made a mistake or got stuck in traffic. It's 8th and 9th. You know, I was 9th and 10th is probably the best I could hope for. Realistically, we improved a little bit. Ricciardo into the 27s. We're not that far. I expect the Ferrari. I mean, you can clearly see the Ferrari's at 26.9 in Q2, so something went wrong in that. We are still the best Ferrari B team. We're well ahead of the Haas. I mean, we've beaten another one of the actual Ferraris as well. So you know. That's good. Well, we knew it was going. We knew there was chance of rain. Right. Okay. I guess that solves what the weather's doing. I did want to see what the weather was going to be like. It looks like it's just going to drizzle the whole time. Yeah. So I guess the options are push hard. Can I see a weather report anywhere? There is a way to do it. I just can't remember how to do it. How do I check the weather report here? There's... I know there's a way to do it. I swear I've seen it. But I don't know where it is. Like, I think there I can't click on. I want to see, I mean, it may not give me an option at this point. Yeah, I mean, the question is, do you... What do we do for strategy? So we've got Ricciardo on the sensible, just play it nicely. See, on the race strategy here, they don't have a graph for the weather. Because I don't know what so the starting light rain, so over 1 millimeter of rain you need inters. I mean, it looks like it gets heavier, and then it looks like every time it's about to dry up, it just starts raining again. Now that's not guaranteed to be perfect, of course. I feel like I like this split strategy. I feel like I like the split strategy because it's safety cars. We can play safety car games. We could underfuel the cars, but I do like having more fuel in a wet race because I can just run the engines really rich. I don't know whether that's the best way of doing it, just from my brief experience of it. It's I don't know. I don't know whether it's psychological. It feels like an advantageous run the engines rich the whole time. So yeah, I'd rather have that and just burn. I'd rather have a bit more fuel in it and just run rich for longer. That's my theory here. I think this is the call. I think if we can get Piastri past Ricciardo without letting anybody... If we can get Piastri into 8th, Ricciardo into 9th, and let them run their races separately, and safety cars are probably going to turn up here. Things are probably going to go wrong. The rain might get heavier. The rain might stop. I don't really know. There's a lot of I don't know what's going to happen here, which should be fun. could be terrifying. Here we go. So it's drizzly. Everyone is on inters. Right, here we go. The foggy, miserable day here at Suzuka. Let's see what might happen. We are off and underway. I was going to... Well, actually, we'll let them get sorted. We'll let them get off the line first. Ricciardo with a great start. Ricciardo with a stunning start, actually, all the way up into 6th. Ricciardo is going for it. Piastri push. Ricciardo, you know, I'm going to tell Ricciardo to push a little bit here. Ricciardo all the way up to that 6th place. Piastri not quite as good off the line. Just lost out to Leclerc. I'm telling Ricciardo to push a little bit at the start here. Actually, because they're going to be in the wet, I'm going to whack the engines up from the get-go. Well, guys, yeah, that's fine. And, you know what, I will tell you to push a little bit. Just try, I say try and keep the Ferrari behind. We've got a little bit of leeway here with the tyres. So if we could get a little bit too much, it's not too bad. But yeah, if we can by some miracle somehow stay ahead of a Ferrari for a while, bloody hell, Leclerc was going brave there. Piastri has lost out to Russell, who had a bad start. I think Russell was in the top 10. Russell's had a bad start in all of this. Stroll has... Oh no, sorry, we lost out to Stroll. Piastri's not having a good start for this. So Ricciardo got off the line very well, but has of course not really got the car to do this. Piastri's battling away. Ricciardo down to 9th in all of this. Ricciardo has not had... Yeah, Ricciardo had a great start. Okay, let's just cool your tyres. Now, oh, you see, the track is close enough. You know, I'm just going to pause this for a second because I'm going to try and figure out track conditions. This is it's such an iffy race. Like, you might get away with dries for a bit. It's really odd. I guess it's getting wetter. It's going to get wetter up to there, and then it's going to kind of crash down again. I don't think you're going to be on dry tyres for any length of time because it's just going to be too wet for it. But yeah, it is just this really horrible sitting somewhere in between dry and... I say dry and inters. You wouldn't get away quite with slicks, but it's really not full wet. It's not really wet enough, I think. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see how this pans out. I wonder if it's not going to be wet enough for the fuel saving to really be a big deal. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Things are going to hopefully settle down a little bit. Ricciardo's just lost the back of Alonso, which is unfortunate. And Piastri's going the wrong direction for the moment. Hopefully with a little bit of slipstream is going to stay with this group. Ricciardo is going to get slipstreamed by a lot of cars here down to 130R. Piastri's having a look, but you're not going to pass often into that corner. Of course, it can be done. But it is not a common overtaking spot. Turn 1 is your more common overtaking spot, and I think Ricciardo is going to be in trouble down here. Alien Invader is correct. You need the worn wets that Hamilton had at Turkey, which is what's going to happen to these tyres, I think, as we go through. They're going to end up sort of doing that. We just do not have the pace at the moment, which isn't great. Okay, we're going to turn the engines back a little bit because we are not really saving the fuel. Yeah, not got the pace, not got the race pace from the get-go, which is alarming, really. We've just slipped down to 11th and 12th. Now, I'm hopeful with a little bit of sort of DRS and whatnot, we can kind of go with Russell here and maybe go back chasing down after the Aston Martins. There is a yellow flag virtual safety car for Bottas? Oh no, multiple cars. Well, we thought there was going to be... Oh, it's Albon. What have you done? Did Bottas go into the back of you? Yep. Oh, that's a big shunt. That is a big shunt. The DRS is activated. I did see it. It did say... It is now disabled, of course. I mean, there's not really any advantages for pitting here. I mean, there's no advantages for pitting because it's so early in the race, and the strategy is going to be not really. Yeah, it's just not going to. Nothing's going to help. Nothing's going to help pitting at the moment. Oh wait, hold on. What am I doing? Completely forgot to do this. Conserve everything, can harvest everything that you can, so we're ready to go when it ends. So yeah, Albon got punted out of the way. Bottas will get a penalty for that. Understandable. Definitely caused a collision. Bottas's car surely must be a bit broken as well. Correa's car, what is the yellow thing? Does that mean it's breaking down or under investigation or something? Not sure. Not sure. So there we go. So you are right. There isn't DRS in wet conditions, but the track is still counted as dry. When it's less than 1 millimetre of rain, it's technically counted as dry according to this game. So that's what's going on here. That's why we are technically getting DRS at the moment when we... I say when we should... Well, that's why we're getting DRS at the moment. Why we would be if we weren't under safety car conditions or virtual safety car conditions. So, yeah, that's just something to bear in mind. Unfortunately, Albon going out of the race doesn't really help get us closer to the points. That icon is minor damage. Okay, cool. So that one's minor damage. The one with, like, the little gear around it is mechanical faults. That means, I guess, major damage / out. That's a penalty. Norris with the fastest lap of the race. At some point, the VSC will be ending. I mean, it keeps the tyres in good conditions. We get to go longer with Piastri's. What is the weather? We're getting to the wetter part of the race at the moment. Track conditions have been changed to damp, so now we will not be getting DRS. There will be no DRS for anybody while the track is damp. This is really teetering on the edge because we are now one of the wetter part of the races. There's a little section where you might survive on a what's it called? You might survive on a slick, but it would be for such a few amount of laps. I just don't. I don't know. Like, it wouldn't be worth trying to do it. It wouldn't be worth trying to do that one. Has there immediately been a yellow flag? Has someone immediately gone off? And it would be Sargent, wouldn't it? As soon as the virtual safety car got underway, it's only a little bit. Oh, well, Sargent went off at Spoon and then didn't feel like driving anymore. Hold on. Sargent's still parked there. No, Sargent has got going again. So we're going to try and get Ricciardo's tyres up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll go back to aggressive on yours. We'll keep you attacking for a little bit here. We'll push as much as we can. There is a Mercedes going for a pass on Stroll, and Piastri is about to come under threat from a Haas, but no DRS is going to make that pass difficult. Haas is going to stick the nose in and does get past. Magnussen does get the move done. Possibly a lot of battery was used in that one. But yeah, now we have got no DRS because the track has gone to damp. The game is vaguely realistic with Sargent. The game is vaguely realistic with Sargent and with the Saubers. And a little bit the Alpines, although they have got better in recent weeks. Perez is leading the way, so it's definitely not that realistic. Okay, Ricciardo. What is... Magnussen is flying at the moment. Magnussen is killing the tyres a bit. Magnussen is absolutely going for it. Piastri's... I mean, I'm trying to get Piastri to push, but I'm guessing they're using battery to do this. Right, I'm going to have to tell Ricciardo to deploy the battery, because I don't... Well, Ricciardo's gone off. God damn it. Ricciardo was battling away with Magnussen, and... Well, I was literally just... maybe I shouldn't have told Ricciardo in the middle of a corner to go and use your battery, but... Yeah. Ricciardo is going to lose out to Tsunoda, not quite. God damn it. And that's... We did want Piastri ahead of Ricciardo. That was... We did kind of want that in its own kind of a way, but just not that way round. Right. Okay, so we're using the we're using the battery on our cars. Piastri, I'm going to turn you back down because you're going to overheat the tyres a little bit for the moment. We're going to use the battery to try and get away from Sonoda and hopefully get back on sort of on order with the Hasses that just had a good... They kind of kicked on from the restart and then they've now immediately just sort of dumped... yeah, they've got ahead of us and are now just going to annoy us, I think, is pretty much the way it's going to go. We're going to have a look. May get past on the way into 130. Oh, that's very brave. It's actually just got the speed to do it before we even get to the corner. No DRS at the moment. Piastri is through on Magnussen. I'm hoping we can kick on down this next straight as well with the big battery usage and pass the other Haas. Hulkenberg went defensive. We are not quite going to be able to do it. Oh, no. It's around the outside at turn 1, and it is not quite. It is not quite through. So Ricciardo is a little further back. I'm hoping. So Ricciardo, we're just kind of settling in a little bit to this one. Just kind of settle in for a little while. Piastri, we know we've got to go because we're doing a slight bit different strategy. We'll send it in the hairpin. Maybe. No, almost. Might do a similar... We're going to run out of battery. Doing this for another lap. Oh, it's into Spoon. That is not a normal corner where you get the pass to work, but I'll take it. We'll battery away down towards 130R. Good stuff indeed. Okay, Ricciardo, we're going to have to try and save your tyres a little bit because we need you to go longer in this one. Will the Haas, will they have charged their battery up and now be looking to fight back? I don't know. The rain is still coming down. It's got a bit wetter. What are we looking at weather-wise? It's just going to kind of fluctuate, really. We're kind of hoping... I mean, we're hoping for safety cars at the right point. Piastri's going to run away from Hulkenberg, which is good. I mean, as I said, there's no DRS train that can go on here to really worry about. How are the tyres looking? I mean, the tyres are looking okay. I mean, we get quite a bit of leeway here with how much life we have on them. I might actually say Piastri, right, go for it. Go chase down the cars ahead, because you've got a bit of life to play with in the tyres. Oh, Magnussen, who would have thought Magnussen would go defensive? Of course Magnussen is going to defend like crazy, trying to protect Hulkenberg. They're not quite in the points yet, but definitely some heavy defending. We're on lap 10. There's still quite a long way in this race to go. Track is drying up ever so slightly. We may get DRS briefly at some point in the race, but yeah, Ricciardo not quite going to be close enough. We're going to follow the Haas through Spoon. Might be able to get the acceleration out of Spoon. We're going to have a look at the inside at 130R. Not quite. Backed out of it. Was hoping for the spectacular. Didn't quite get it. We can go for the deploy on Ricciardo's car and try and get past the Hasses this way. Piastri is just falling away from Stroll, but is pulling away from Hulkenberg. We're really hoping for a problem to befall cars in front of us if we're going to break into the top 10. What helped us in the early races when we did it was accidents. I mean, Piastri needs to build a gap to Hulkenberg, right? Because I don't know who is one stopping and who is two stopping in this. I have no idea at the moment. Well, Piastri's actually now started catching Stroll. Oh, it's a good pass from Ricciardo. That's on the battery, on the way into Spoon. As ever, Magnussen defending heavily, but yeah, just the deployment there was pretty good. Pretty good to get past. And now Sonoda can get stuck behind a Haas, and Ricciardo can go chasing off after the Hulk. You will potentially get past there. Piastri is closing in now on Stroll and Alonso, whose tyres are in better condition. So Piastri, we know Piastri's using the tyres hard, but we're going for an aggressive strategy with Piastri this time around. So I'm fine with that. Ricciardo is not quite close enough. Do we reckon? I mean, I reckon Ricciardo's going to get Hulkenberg into Spoon. I reckon it's going to be a very similar pass. Or might go into the hairpin. Doesn't. If we get the deployment right, if we deploy the power here, it's really brave around the outside, and it is to the inside at Spoon, and it will outrun the Haas on the exit, and there we go. The Haas is having a look. Of course, they can't go and immediately repass. No DRS to be dealing with. Well, you can't go and... Oh, yeah, let's just go put that back to neutral. You can't just go and DRS now down this straight to go get back past straight away. So, Ricciardo has done a very good job. Has got clear. Piastri is driving the wheels of the car, has caught the Aston Martins. A little gap to Russell. We're not realistically going to be catching the Mercedes. I don't expect to, though, right? We're kind of a teetering on the edge of the top 10 sort of a team. So, yeah, we're probably not expecting to catch the Mercs. We are definitely pushing on hard here. 11 and 12 does seem to be about our level, and we can sneak into the top 10 either with a bit of safety car shenanigans or a clever bit of strategy, or, you know, at this point it really is just a case of, can we outmaneuver those Aston Martins? If the 2 stop's better than the 1 stop, we can potentially sneak past some cars. Get ready. We're not pitting yet, don't worry, you've got a few more laps. Just use everything on those tyres. Leave nothing on them, pretty much. What is going on at the front? Perez has actually got a comfortable margin, a couple of seconds over Verstappen. Norris is 3rd ahead of Sainz. Verschoor's having a good race. Got Leclerc behind. We know Leclerc had a bad qualifying. Then it's the 2 Mercs a little bit further back. Alonso a little bit further back. Yeah, and then us. Ricciardo. Hulkenberg. Magnussen is continuing to do... Oh, about to say... Magnussen is doing a great job defending, and Sonoda had a go. That's not running wide. What are you on about? That seemed fine. As ever, yeah. The great wall of Magnussen is this time scuppering someone that's not me. It's great when it's not me. Ricciardo's just doing the thing at the moment. Hulkenberg's a little closer than I'd like, but otherwise it's not too bad. Yeah, Piastri is just on full attack. Burn the tyres to pieces. We don't care too much. Do what you can. We know the tyres are hot, but you're coming in a couple of laps, so I'm not worried. We can't run it like this for the other stints, but for this stint we can. Try to get Stroll. Well, you literally just said the tyres are hot, and then you're saying they're okay. Make your mind up. What are the tyres? Are they good? Are they bad? Oh, yellow flag. Oh, it was for Piastri, who had their own adventure. Well, I did tell you to go push and catch Stroll, so that's probably on me. Just ran a little bit wide. Nothing too bad. Nothing awful on that one. Lost a couple of seconds, really. But, you know, can deal with it. Ricciardo's now pulled a little bit away. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll just turn you back down a little bit on that one. Don't want any more mistakes from Piastri. Bottas is having a terrible time. Actually, Bottas has penalties and damage, so that's probably understandable. I say from this view, Piastri lost a bunch of tyre life. That was from the lockup, so the lockup will damage the tyres. So that's why it suddenly shot down. So yeah, those mistakes do cost tyre life, essentially. So I'm going to put Piastri down a little bit. We know Piastri's coming in soon. But yeah, that will not have helped matters at all. We can go one more lap. Driver confidence is low, which is a shame. Ricardo's is alright. But there we go. Right. When Piastri pits, we're going to come out in a really annoying place. Because we're going to end up... We might even end up behind Zhou, I don't know. Right. Oh, it is his lap. Right, let's go back to this view. Yeah, they had to start that. Did want to make sure I didn't call the car in at the wrong time. Although I guess the game kind of does what it's supposed to. Okay. Right, Piastri. Give it everything on your in lap. Ricciardo still pulling clear of It's now Sonoda. Sonoda has finally got clear of Hulkenberg. We are ahead of the RBs today. The Williams are definitely not scoring any points in this one. We could really do with some of the cars ahead for sure to have a problem, or yeah, that feels like the best chance we're going to get at getting points here is if some of the cars ahead have issues. I mean, we might be able to pass the Aston Martins on track. This is going to be... Piastri's going to have a lot of overtaking to do if we're going to do this. Here comes Piastri. I don't know if anybody else is going for this two-stop strategy. Bottas has pitted, but that's probably damage related. So we are the first. We might run around in clean air for a bit. It's not the best pit stop we've ever done. Can we get out ahead of Zhou? Would be really helpful if we could. If we get ahead of the Alpine, that would also be great. Okay, not going to be ahead of that. Are ahead of Zhou. That's one less car we have to worry about. We're not going to get stuck behind a bloody Sauber. Good news! We are going to get stuck behind a Gasly, but I think we can clear that car with our fresh tyres. Okay, Ricciardo, how are you doing? Just kind of trundling around happily in 11th. I said a lot of what we're hoping for here is a bit of chaos. We want a bit of shenanigans. We want a bit of, say, unpredictability, a bit of randomness. Let's put you on deploy. Let's go. Let's try and get past that Alpine quickly. I think we're going to have the grip to do it. And... oh, no, not quite. Can we get it on the exit here? I've got a cat sniffing my ankle. There you go. Is that you? I think it is. And it is up the inside of 130R, and Gasly has held it. It was still side by side. Through the chicane, still side by side. Out the final corner, still side by side, and Piastri gets it done. That's a great pass. Overtake of the day right there will go to Piastri. Lovely stuff. Costing us a bit of time, but lovely stuff nevertheless. Ricciardo, I mean, he's within 3 seconds of Stroll. Ricciardo's not doing too badly here on this. I think we are starting to catch the Aston Martin. Yeah, we are. Ricciardo's done a great job on the tyres. The Aston, certainly Stroll, has chewed the tyres. I mean, that could be helpful. That could be helpful. Yeah, overtake of the day was for 17th place, but still, it was a brilliant pass. Nevertheless, we are very much catching Stroll at the moment. The Aston Martin, if they're going for a one-stop, I don't know, because Piastri's going to undercut Stroll, I think, here. If, presumably, Piastri is going to undercut Stroll if Stroll goes for a two-stop, and if Stroll doesn't go for a two-stop, Ricciardo's in a way better place at the moment for this, unless they're thinking of maybe trying dries at some point, trying slicks. I say dries, a weird way of phrasing it. But yeah, unless maybe someone's thinking of putting slicks on it at some point. Yeah, I don't know what Aston Martin are doing at the moment. Piastri is going to pass Correa, and we'll get that done at Spoon, which just got so much more grip here, although Correa's going to try and fight back at 130R. Cannot do it. And now we'll be clear. Stroll is in, as expected. Now, where will Piastri come out in the battle with Stroll? That is the big question here. Stroll is trundling down the pit lane, and it is going to be behind Piastri. Okay, the undercut has worked. And the good news is Alonso's going to be losing out as well here. What is Alonso's last lap? 41.6. Piastri's 40.9, and that was overtaking Correa. That is good. We can top up the battery on Piastri's car a little bit here. I think we're using... Ricciardo can... well, Ricciardo can probably stay. I don't want to slow Ricciardo down anymore. Sonoda is doing a good job on the tyre. Alonso's not doing too bad a job on the tyres. Alonso might be doing what we're doing with Ricciardo, to be honest. Yeah, Ricciardo the slowest of that group. Quicker than Hulkenberg. Piastri is flying, but Piastri has to be. That's the thing here. Piastri's race strategy entirely relies on Piastri going crazy fast at this moment in time. We cannot afford any more mistakes from Piastri. One little off won't completely ruin this race, but yeah, Ricciardo is getting caught a little bit by Sonoda. It's not by a huge amount here. We're not really catching Alonso. What was the last lap? 41.6, 41.6, 41.7, 41.9. Hulkenberg 42, Magnussen in 43. Piastri going even quicker. 40.6. Piastri is absolutely flying at the moment, which is what I say. There's the plan here. We are starting to run out of fuel. Virtual safety car. That might be for sure. Do we bring in Ricciardo? That's very early for Ricciardo. That's going to possibly screw Piastri a little bit. Piastri can't... Right, turn everything down for a second. Ricciardo's going to have to save tyres. Everyone else will pit. It's going to completely screw Piastri's plan. Screws Stroll. Where is Ricciardo on track? We've actually got a little bit of time here. I think Ricciardo now saves tyres till the end. Piastri, we stick with the strategy and we just go super aggressive. Yeah, and we hope Ricciardo can go to the end on one set of inters. Piastri is going to be very fast at the end. Oh, no, I wanted to watch the crash. What happened? I said we needed a miracle for a car up ahead, and it was Vasseur was the one that was closest, and Vasseur has spun off at Spoon in the wall, battling with a Ferrari. I think that was with Leclerc, and Vasseur is out of the race. Okay, now Vasseur is gone. I think everyone is going to pit. I say everyone is going to pit. It's going to be devastating for... Well, Piastri's going to leapfrog some cars. We're, of course, going to leapfrog the Hasses. Piastri might not lose too much. We're going to just end up behind Ricciardo, probably. Because we should still leapfrog the Hasses, because they're not going to... It's not like a red flag where they're all going to get to change instantly. Sonoda stays out. Interesting. Everyone else is staying out. What? Why are they doing that? Oh, Ricciardo had a slow pit stop.
Sorry for that.
Why has everyone stayed out? That's bizarre. That's really bizarre. Ricciardo's going to leapfrog a bunch of people when they pit. Although Ricciardo's tyres are going to be very second-hand by the end of this, but they can't go to the end. Like, Ocon, they can't go to the end. There's stacks of race left. Leclerc will go to the end. Okay. Leclerc is the only one that came in. So me and Leclerc are doing a one... Obviously, Ricciardo and Leclerc are doing a one-stop. Ricciardo's going to have to keep the tyres... I mean, Ricciardo's going to have to conserve the tyres. But even at medium pace, it looks like Ricciardo can do it. They're going to be a little bit slow at the end, but actually doesn't look too bad lengthways. I mean, Piastri is going to get to have a big attack after this. It does slightly screw Piastri's strategy, but it also doesn't because no one's using this to pit. No one's taken this opportunity to pit, which is bizarre. It's just cut down the number of laps Piastri has on maximum attack. Okay. Right. Go, go, go. Okay. Okay, we're going to leave you on normal. We're going to leave Ricciardo on normal for a little bit. While we go. Piastri, which is going to be super aggressive. But that is the point. That's the whole point of this strategy has been Piastri is going to run this crazy aggressive. Virtual safety car has come to an end. You know what, Piastri, see if you can get Ocon down to turn 1, please. Use all your battery down towards the first corner. He's not quite going to be close enough. I was hoping we could do that instantly. Okay, we'll put back to top up. I think we've got so much grip, I think we will pass. Oh, there's another yellow flag. It was only briefly. Russell has had an incident. What's gone on there? Is that the hairpin? It looks like it. Oh! Russell's in the gravel. Not the worst accident we've seen today. But, you know, if a Mercedes... I mean, the car, like, Russell's on wrecked tyres now. Piastri is... Actually, no, we're going to sticky back on deploy. Because Stroll has also, of course... So Stroll's going to the end, I would imagine. We want to try and pass this Alpine if we can. Ocon is being annoying. We've got stuck. We have got stuck here where we do not want to be. The Alpine is just quick enough. I'm going to guess the Alpine's on like a big push moment here. And is just fast enough to be annoying. I think we can get enough deployment on the exit here to pass. Come on, be brave. Be brave. Into turn 1. Good job. Now, Ocon, can you equally annoy the Aston Martin, please? Right. That works. Good stuff. Piastri has overtaken Ocon. We're now going off after the wall of Magnussen. That's going to have to pit soon. I mean, we're going to get stuck behind the wall of Magnussen. Of course we are. Can we have a dive into the hairpin? No, not quite. Perez and Sainz now pit. Not really our race. Ricciardo is just kind of chilling a bit on their own. Race might come back to Ricciardo at some point. Piastri has got past Magnussen now. Ocon is still holding Stroll at bay, which is good news for me. Good news for the Apollo Motorsport cars. So Russell's in the pits, and will probably now go to the end, I would assume. Not that Russell is particularly our battle. So we've got to make one more stop. Hulkenberg's got to make one more stop. Tsunoda's got to make one more stop. Alonso's got to make one more stop. The difference is we will be away... So we're quicker now, and we will be quicker at the end, basically. That's what we're planning on. Ricardo's hoping for a safety car kind of thing, probably. Although to get points, we're talking about here, because we're going to leapfrog a bunch of cars with Ricciardo. Stint tyre wise, Piastri's looking all right at the moment. I'm hoping. Okay, actually, we've got. You know what? We're just going to turn them back down again, because what I don't want to do. We're not really racing Russell at this point. Our race is with Tsunoda and Alonso, so we don't want to completely shred them in this. We're kind of happy to let Russell go. Russell's got brand new tyres, so we're not too worried there. Ricciardo's keeping the tyres all alive very nicely. Ricciardo's up to 12th at the moment, so everybody else is going to go to the end. In this, what was I looking for? I was looking for gaps. There we go. Ricciardo's a couple of seconds back from Stroll. I don't know what's going on with it. The AI have made a really weird call on this one. I don't think it's going to help me too much with Ricciardo, although we might leapfrog Tsunoda. The interesting thing here, Piastri is just going to get out ahead of Alonso. But Alonso's going to the end. Piastri has to stop again. Alonso is going to be slow at the end of the race. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that we do have. We will be very quick at the end of the race here. So whether it's going to work out, don't know. And there's always a chance of safety cars. There could be a red flag between now and the end of it. I just do not know. It looks like we've got the better of Stroll for the moment. In fact, Ricciardo has caught up to Stroll as well, which is good going. What is Stroll doing on tyre? Well, Stroll's killed their tyres. You know, Stroll might struggle to make this to the end. That's 10%, 9% less than Ricciardo. And Ricciardo was going quite long. It is Piastri versus Alonso, and Alonso can't do it. Alonso can't get past at turn 1. That works for me. You know, that'll definitely be we're miles behind the Red Bulls. Of course we are. Piastri's tyres are looking decidedly second-hand now, but that's okay. I said we know what we're doing. We know what we're trying to do. In this, Ricciardo's are looking absolutely perfect. Stroll is really struggling here in these conditions, which works out nicely for me. Russell has pulled away, but not actually got too far. Russell's not got that far away from us. Tsunoda has to pit and will be pitting soon, I presume, because that's dying. And he's not going quickly. What was the last lap like? Last lap. Okay, last lap actually surprisingly good for Tsunoda, despite the state of the tyres. Piastri is battling away with Alonso a little bit, though. That's costing them time. Ricciardo at a 42.2. Yeah, Piastri's not actually making much ground. I guess the tyre wear on Piastri's is starting to hurt a little bit. Ricciardo just kind of chilling. Stroll got a bit of pace at the end of that lap. Stroll's picked up the pace slightly. So, yeah. I mean, virtual safety car in the rain doesn't save you as much time, but it's still a time saving. I think it's still worth going for if you can. Can do that one. My strategy-wise, it was only Ricciardo that it really helps. And I say it's not perfect help. Tsunoda, I don't know what Tsunoda is doing here. I guess Tsunoda's hoping for... I mean, Tsunoda was a fair way down on the grid, so I guess Tsunoda leapfrogging up. While that RB has been quick, this is still a kind of a net gain for Tsunoda in the long run. Tyres are looking all right for Piastri. They're about what we're expecting them to be. Ricciardo is still like ebbing and flowing, that gap. Ricciardo and Stroll, we catch up and then we lose out on things. Piastri is holding on. Russell's got past Tsunoda, as we would expect. For now, a lot of it is just we're kind of just holding station. We're seeing what happens. With no DRS, Alonso's finding it very difficult to get past Piastri, which works. Norris is up to second, which is interesting to see. The McLarens are doing quite well here. Norris is now in the pits. That'll be for the final time for them. I'm curious to see what the states of the tyres are going to be like for some of these cars, because Tsunoda's surely coming in this lap and does. So that'll be Tsunoda going till the end. But Tsunoda's tyres are going to be sad by the end of this. Ricciardo has just got past Stroll. Good stuff. Down towards turn 1. It was a fire it up the inside, and Ricciardo has got that move completed very nicely indeed. Good stuff, Ricciardo. You're up to 11th. No points for that, but not going to complain. Was the rain like? That's what we're going to look at. So we're heading towards the drier phase of the race, but certainly you're not going to be putting on slicks at the moment. So, Piastri's tyres, 55%. Ricciardo's are better than Stroll. Stroll's brought the life a little bit back, but it's still going to be worse. I mean, I think we're just in a better place than Stroll for that one. So, Tsunoda will be pushing harder in this one now. Maybe able to catch Ricciardo by the end. That's the thing to watch out for. Piastri, we know he's going to have to stop again, but we'll be able to go really hard on the tyres where others are going to be hurting at the end of this race. So that's good. And there's a yellow flag. Is it going to be a safety car? Another driver's locked up. Who has gone off? Stroll! Good news! Our battle with Stroll. That's going to make my life much easier. Final corner. No, it was into the chicane, sorry. And exactly the... Oh, even bigger. Oh, and parked. Even bigger than whoever it was before that went off there. That's made my life a lot easier, and Stroll's completely wrecked their tyres. That's put an Aston Martin out of contention. Ricciardo, flying. Almost the same time as Sainz. Ricciardo is absolutely on it at the moment. That's very helpful. That is very helpful. Pengy said it'd be amazing if a dry line. It would be lovely if it stopped raining. Yeah, if it stopped raining and we could suddenly shove Piastri on a set of slicks at the end. But yeah, it's not going to get that dry, unfortunately. That point there might work for a dry tyre for about 2 laps, and then it would be not working anymore. How long have we got before your pit stop? Not long. We're getting close. So yeah, Piastri. I mean, Piastri's going to get dropped back, probably behind Hülkenberg. Maybe if we could get ahead of Magnussen, that'd be really helpful. If we stay ahead of Magnussen, be really helpful. Ricciardo up into 10th with Tsunoda's pit stop, and that will become 9th when Piastri pits. But we know Piastri's going to come back flying through. Ricciardo is going to make it no problem. I think Ricciardo's tyres. I'm not going to make it no problem, but Ricciardo's tyres should do it. If there's like a safety car, we pit, but Ricciardo should make it on those. If we need to conserve, we can a little bit. They're going to be a bit sad by the end of the race, but I think everyone's are going to be a bit sad by the end of the race, to be honest. I'm hoping a little bit as well, by keeping Piastri in front of Alonso, we can maybe sort of give Alonso a little bit of grief, make Alonso wear the tyres a little bit. Alonso's going to have a try again into turn 1. Still can't do it. Still can't get past. So Piastri's on wrecked tyres at this point, but is still putting up a really, really good fight here. Bottas has just had another pit stop. So a safety car now would be great. I would love to find a safety car right about now, because I could jump both my cars in the pits and get brand new inters and go to the end on them. So yeah, Stroll's going to try go to the end, but they're wrecked. Whereas Leclerc's worse off than we are. So Leclerc pitted on the same. So Leclerc pitted on the virtual safety car with us, and we are 2% better on tyre life than Leclerc. I know that a Ferrari course much better and everything, but still, it's good to know. It's good to see. Piastri's just pulled a little bit of a gap on Alonso at the moment, which is nice. I can hear a cat rummaging around. I think Dagon's exploring. Oh yeah, I guess it makes a good point. Yeah, Leclerc is ahead, so has gone further. I guess that makes wear a little bit, but it's good to know we're about on par, roughly. I mean, it's not perfect, but roughly speaking, we're about on par. Right, Piastri. Are you supposed to be in this lap? Optimal, right. Piastri. This is when things are going to get interesting. Because we get to have a very aggressive stint here, which could be fun, might not work, but it's going to be a very, very aggressive. It's going to be a hell of a fly through the field if it works. If it doesn't work, it's going to be at least entertaining. Ricciardo's on the sensible, safe strategy here. Oh, I just saw a Sauber go off in the background. Oh, this is brilliant news for Piastri. This is literally perfect. We were already coming in. Yeah, we are already coming in. I think we'd already said it. Bottas crashed. So that has worked perfectly for us. Bottas retired. I think they went off. There they are. Yeah, they went off at the second of the Degners. I saw them spin in the background. We'd literally called it, and that works perfectly. Right, conserve, harvest, because then now Ricciardo can save a little bit of tyre life, save a little bit of fuel, and can push more towards the end. Piastri now may actually come out. It'd be nice if we could come out in front of Hulkenberg. It'd be nice if we come out in front of Tsunoda, but yeah, we will see. This is going to be interesting. I don't think we're not going to come out in front of Tsunoda. No, we're going to come out behind Hulkenberg, but we'll be ahead of Magnussen, I think. It is a slow stop. We didn't need that. Come on. We are ahead. Okay, we're ahead of the Hasses. If we hadn't had a slow stop, we might have even got Tsunoda. I don't think we would have done, but
he said he's okay on the radio. Watch for debris.
Okay, yeah. Well, we know Bottas had a wreck. Okay, Ricciardo's in 9th. The tyres are okay. Will anyone else have to pit in front of Ricciardo? Probably not. Leclerc. I mean, yeah, they're on warm tyres. They're unlikely to pit. What Tsunoda is the problem for Piastri here is that Tsunoda's actually got quite good condition tyres as well. Not great, but yeah. Tsunoda's going to be the pain, really, because we're not going to be able to breeze past that. However, it's fine. It's fine. We can figure this out. Although we're closer to Tsunoda than we would have been, so it works out in our favour, still massively in our favour, that Bottas crashed literally as we were. Tell you what, that would have really sucked if Bottas had crashed the next lap. I would have been very sad. But yeah, Alonso's tyres aren't that much better than Ricciardo's. Stroll will bail. Okay, so Tsunoda's the difficult bit. If we pass Tsunoda, we should get 2 points finishes. because Hulkenberg, Magnussen, all of those tyres are wrecked. None of those are catching Ricciardo. Right. Standard, push, and neutral, and Piastri is just full send. Pretty much. Yeah, Piastri is pretty much good to go here. Try and chase down Tsunoda, and then I'll put it on the deploy when it comes to when we get close enough to Tsunoda to really attack. Because we should have the tyre grip to do this. In theory, we've got 13 laps of maximum effort from Piastri here. Ricciardo has got 13 laps of. I mean, if you can catch Alonso, brilliant, but you know, we're not really expecting that. I mean, there could be a crash up ahead. You never know. Oh, there was. Someone did say, and I don't know where the button is to do it. There's a way you can tell your drivers not to go on the curbs, so they're less likely to spin. And I don't know. I found it before. Where is the button? Oh, tactics. Avoid high-risk curbs. There we go. So we'll try and stop Ricciardo. I mean, I want Piastri to be on maximum effort because we've got to, right? Piastri has got to absolutely send it here. And if it means we spin, we spin. It's kind of the risk we're going to have to take with Piastri because we need every bit of lap time out of that car. Previous lap, we are absolutely flying. A 37.9 for Piastri. It's a 38.3 for Tsunoda. Which is we're catching a little bit. We're catching a little bit here, but it's going to take us a. It is a shame. Tsunoda's done a very good strategy. I will say that much. Sainz with the fastest lap of the race. Norris has now gone quicker. Lando's got screwed somewhere in this. I didn't really. We've been, of course, focused on our race. We've not really seen what's gone on with the other races. There's not a huge amount I can do at this moment in time. Will Ricciardo be able to catch Alonso? I doubt it. Although, no, never mind. Alonso's pulled away on the last lap. I was going to say, it looked like for a second, Ricciardo's still 4.3. Piastri is catching Tsunoda. Did Lando stay out too long? Okay, that's why. So Lando got undercut. But might be able to charge back up to third, to be honest. I wasn't watching them in the slightest. Piastri is catching up to Tsunoda, who is catching up to Stroll, and then once we get through there, DRS is going to be available soon. Yeah, it'll be available for a couple of laps, I think.
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
Which might kind of screw over Ricciardo slightly. Oh, yes. You two fight each other because you're going to be very slow through 130R doing that. Right. Piastri, full deploy. Ricciardo, maybe try and heat up your tyres a little bit here. We might have to put Piastri back to cool tyres slightly. Come on. Oh, no!
Car is safe for you.
Right, we're taking the second corner. Dangerously close to each other.
Went up the inside. There was contact.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were a few words exchanged when they get
Is that car out? It's not out. It's got going again. Well, I mean, we knew we had to get past Stroll. Piastri has got moving. We knew we had to get past Stroll in that one. Just pushed it a bit too hard. Amazingly, no damage. It broke. Oh. Do we get penalty? Is that what that is? I think that's a penalty, or is something breaking down? Yeah, we got a penalty. That's a bit unfortunate. That is a bit unfortunate. I mean, it was probably Piastri's fault. Kind of sent it up the inside a little bit ambitiously on that one. We're ahead at the apex of turn 2. It has started raining again. Don't really know. The rain is kind of sitting about there. Ricciardo has got the tyres back to a nice temperature. Ricciardo's just kind of managing everything at the moment. Yeah, amazingly, that crash. I mean, we will probably, well, we will still get past Stroll here. Like, we are still going to pass Stroll because Stroll's tyres are just dead. The annoying thing about that is Stroll's tyres are wrecked. That was probably more of a get past Stroll because we want to go after Tsunoda. And, yeah, little too ambitious. Little too ambitious. However, if we were going to get Tsunoda and we're going to get that 10th place, I think we did have to kind of go for it there, really. All right, Piastri, try again. Go for the deploy. You'll get the deploy on the exit of Spoon, and then hopefully you'll get it down towards turn 1. We can try again. We can try again. Hopefully it'll be cleaner this time around. If we do get past the Aston Martin. Come on. Don't do the same... Oh, never mind. Now that's even more frustrating, is that Stroll has come into the pits. Frustrating. Yeah. Right. How are we doing? Tsunoda is catching Ricciardo a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's probably not a surprise. Tsunoda, as I said, Tsunoda has actually run a very, very good race in this one. He's about 4 seconds. I mean, it's... Piastri's got a 5-second penalty. Will be well ahead of Hulkenberg at the end of this, even if we catch Tsunoda. You know, I don't even think we can. Ricciardo's tyres are... they're about all right. I mean, Piastri's are going to be fine for this. Tsunoda is the danger, really, at the moment. And if I... The hope was Piastri would be ahead of Tsunoda. But we're not going to have... We're going to run out of time because he lost too much. I mean, previous lap was slightly faster. We're talking 0.3 faster for Tsunoda and about a second faster for Tsunoda versus Ricciardo. Alonso and Russell are about a second clear. What is Ricciardo going to do this lap-wise? It is a 38.6 to a 37.6 to a 37.4. So yeah, Piastri is flying. Piastri can't beat Tsunoda, but if Piastri could get to Tsunoda and slow Tsunoda down, that could maybe let Ricciardo get away, but I don't think that's going to happen. Ricciardo... And the problem I've got with Ricciardo is the tyres are too cold, but I'm worried if we push... We're going to push a little bit, try and bring up some temperature in there. You know, we will try and defend. It's not going to be easy for Tsunoda to get past here. That is the only plus point. And we saw how long Alonso got held up. Or Stroll, or whoever it was, got held up. No, it was Alonso trying to get past Piastri. We saw how long it took to get past. So, if Ricciardo does this well, then we could maybe hold on. Oh! Virtual safety car again. Another one. What has broken down? Well, now we get to conserve all the tyres again. I mean, this worked really well for Ricciardo. What has happened this time?
And now we've had a crash.
Oh. Predictable! Sargent has crashed. Oh, at the Degners, the same as Bottas? Are we going to have exactly the same crash as Bottas? Yep. Not quite the same, but it's pretty much the same place. Yeah. Sargent is in the wall. That's a bad day for Williams. That is a bad day for Williams. That is both of them. Admittedly, Albon was punted. But Sargent is out. Bottas is out. Vasseur is out. It's been a chaotic. It has been a chaotic session, this one. Yeah, this does kind of help Ricciardo a little bit. It means we can push for more time at the end of this. Got to be careful. Tsunoda is very close. How long? Don't know how many laps we've got left in this one. Oh, not many. We might be able to hold off Tsunoda, you know. We might be able to do it. Luke Rowe, by the way, thank you very much for the resubscription for the 4th month. A rolled car salute to you. I hope went on from chat. Apologies, I've been so caught up in this race. I don't know when that one came in, but yeah, thank you very much. Gibgob, thank you for the bits. Saying Sergeant doing what he did IRL. Yeah, it does. Sometimes the game is surprisingly scarily accurate and everything. But yeah, so yeah, there we go. 18 cars are going to finish this potentially. I mean, yeah, Piastri is going to be just tantalisingly close to the points. Ricciardo, I think, is going to get some. Well, he's going to get some points barring an accident, but it is a case of can we hold off Tsunoda? And how long is this virtual safety car going to be out?
Virtual safety car ending.
Okay, well that answers the question. Right, push everything. I think we're going to have to go deploy straight from the off because I think Tsunoda will. And I think if we can stay ahead of Tsunoda now, that's probably going to be the most important thing. I don't want to say, how many laps have we got? 3 laps remaining. We could probably run... Do I want to run that aggressive till the end? Yeah, this is going to be a mad couple of laps for us, desperately trying... I think we do. I think we just send Ricciardo on a full out and out. We're going to have always defend. We want to defend like crazy here. We do not want to let Tsunoda through for this one. I mean, Piastri is on maximum attack. Piastri's car is going to be very fast. Without the crash, without the penalty, I don't think we were catching Alonso. That was always going to be the tall order in this one. And even without the penalty, I don't think we were... Ooh, Leclerc with an accident. It's all going on. So Norris with fresh tyres. And it is... Oh, it's not a big off. We've seen Russell go off there already. For now, it is a fastest lap for Tsunoda. Of course it is. And then it's just been beaten by Piastri. And Ricciardo's held on. Great move from Ricciardo to defend against that one. Ah, bloody hell! That was a good defense. 34-8. So it's just been beaten by Sainz now. But yeah, Piastri absolutely flying. But I mean, everyone is on maximum attack at this point, and I think Tsunoda would probably have used all the battery on that attack. Ricciardo has used all the battery. All the battery that's available, and we've got to try and keep it on that. I mean, Piastri's actually caught the back of Tsunoda like mad. Okay, irrelevant, doesn't matter. Penalty is going to screw us even if we get past. But yeah, we have now got no more battery left, so we're going to have to put that back to neutral. It is the final lap of the race for Verstappen. Well, we've got a crap ton of fuel here. If Tsunoda and Ricciardo wreck, Piastri can get 9th. What I would prefer is Tsunoda to crash on their own and us get 9th and 10th. I'd be happy with that one, if I'm honest. I would be very happy with that one. So it's a final lap. It's actually technically not the final lap for us because we've got to go around again because we haven't been lapped via Verstappen. So there might be another chance for Tsunoda. So I don't think Tsunoda's quite close enough to do much about this. DRS never came back. DRS was never reactivated at any point during this one. It never quite got dry enough again, which works for me. This has been a very good race. This has been an exciting one here at Suzuka. And it looks like we may have got the measure here of Tsunoda as best as we can get the measure. Verstappen has taken victory. Piastri is right there. And what are the tyre conditions like on Tsunoda's car? Tsunoda's actually kind of chewed them up quite well, trying to chase down. Hulkenberg's and Magnussen's are wrecked, and they have finished now. Ricciardo did a great job on the tyres, actually. The one stop kind of worked. I think had there not been the accident, Tsunoda has got a decent bit of a final lap, but the only real opportunity is going to be into the final chicane. I think Tsunoda's probably saved up the battery, but You're not likely... You might try 130R. I'm hoping Piastri is going to be close enough to dissuade Tsunoda from having a big attack. We're actually going to deploy whatever's left in the battery coming out of the final corner here. Go on, Ricciardo. Score your... I think it was Ricciardo's first points of the season. But it is across the line. We score some more points. Yeah, if Piastri hadn't crashed, I think we could have had both cars in the points. But I don't think we were getting Alonso. I think Alonso was always going to be out of range of Piastri. As much as we tried to make that work, I don't think that one was going to. But it was worth a try. It was worth a try. It is a victory for the Red Bull, funnily enough. Yeah, Norris lost out on a decent finish in that one with a bit of a funky strategy going on there. But Red Bull won 2, followed by the Ferrari. Norris did get 4th ahead of Leclerc, then both Mercedes. Russell had a decent run. Yeah, Piastri, from a 5-second penalty, in the end, didn't matter too much. Tsunoda did, fair play. Tsunoda did drive a very good race. Ricciardo did a fantastic job defending. Stroll didn't really have a good time in that one. Stroll's strategy didn't really work. And yeah, 4 DNFs. Those two crashed in the same place. Shaw crashed on the exit of Spoon, and Albon got punted off at the end. At the end of the... on the final chicane on about the first lap. So there we have it. Ricciardo is up to 14th in the Drivers' Championship. Alonso has moved up a bit. How are we in the Constructors? We have moved above Williams. Fantastic. That's kind of what we were hoping for. Aston Martin are starting to get it together a little bit. But we have moved ahead of Williams. That's what we wanted. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. We got terrible pit stops in all of that. It was garbage from our pit crew. We had one 2.8 and 2 terrible ones. So there we go. But we do get the bonuses at least. We were looking for 12th and 13th, and we got 9th and 11th. So, all is pretty good. All is pretty good in this one. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for... that car's fallen apart a bit. That is going to be it for this evening's stream. I've been enjoying myself on this game. We had two pretty exciting races. Australia was disappointing. We couldn't quite get in the points. Australia had nothing particularly crazy going on. Bloody hell, my computer is very loud. My speakers are still turned up. That was a loud wool alert through my speakers. But yeah, Suzuka was brilliant. That was a great exciting race right there. That was great fun. Wet weather chaos. Shame we didn't have it drying. Shame there wasn't any actual tyre changing. It didn't dry up or get wetter or anything like that. But, yeah. Well, lucky 1p cat member, thank you very much for the donation. Let us meow this stream with the cult returning back to its rightful pace. Indeed, the cult of 1p is back there. Also meows to Cass, Eve, and Dagon. Cass was around. I haven't seen Eve. She was around before I started the stream, but she's wandered off. Dagon was sniffing my foot. Oh, I see Dagon, actually. Dagon's fast asleep on the cat tree. I don't know where the other... I haven't got my light on in my office, so I can't see. Oh, tell light, I can see Eve. She's at the end of the bed. She's on the floor. Anyway, yes, that is going to be it for this evening. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this stream as much as I have in terms of doing this. Of course, thank you all, those who donated, those who subscribed. It is always very much appreciated indeed. Eve was also meowing at you. Where she's gone? That was a strange sound. Eve? I don't know where she's gone. I think she might have seen a fly or a spider or something and is chasing it. Anyway, yes, that is going to be it from me. I will be back potentially tomorrow. I'm hoping to be back tomorrow on Wreckfest, but there is a chance it may be a bit late or something. If not, I will be back on Sunday with some more GTA 5 shenanigans for you. And yes, there is a chance Guardians of the Motorway might turn up at some point. It is possible. But yeah, there we go. That is going to be it from me. Of course, thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.